All right, hello everyone. Sorry for the delay. We are here out on a Wednesday night. It is week number 18 of the year 2025 for us, and we are out here still playing SoulCalibur 6, like 7 years after this game came out, 4 years after COVID, and be damned if I'm going to stop doing it. And I have some cool friends help me out tonight. I have, as always, the fantastic JJJ help me out on commentary.
Whoa!
Love it. And I also have a new friend out here tonight who goes by the name of A Little Anarchy. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I am, again, tired. I just had like 2 12 or 13-hour days because my concerts at school were happening, so I had rehearsal in the concert. But they both went well, and they're over now, so I'm starting to relax and feel a little bit better.
The best part of concerts is when they're over.
A sense of relief that washes over. You feel the, like, reverberation.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. It kind of is like me just being able to just kind of stop giving a shit. It's kind of nice.
You play a brass instrument, right?
Yes.
I feel like we talked about this before.
Yes, I play trombone.
Which one? Oh,
you play trombone? Well, that does make a lot of sense given the log off screen.
Yep.
Funny, I thought that I would have remembered that. What with the fact that I used to play trombone?
I mean, yeah, we've gone over it, yeah, I think a couple times, but it's usually like on your streams when you're just in the middle of like having to like chat telling you what character to play and then fighting someone in like a 3-bar connection and stuff.
It's so rare that you see a fellow I can't really call myself a trombone player anymore, but I still appreciate it. You'll have to give me some trombone music at some point. It's so tough to find.
I'll have to go back through the list of like. I'll basically have to go back and look for like trombone players because there's really only like 2 or 3 that I can think of on the top of my head.
J.J. Johnson, Trombone Shorty.
I mean, they're okay. I mean,
That's
Johnson's good. Andy Martin also pretty good.
I don't know Andy Martin.
Actually, I got to play with him when I was in college. He was really cool. Yeah,
I no longer care about this tournament. I just want to hear about
trombone players.
Yeah, I was immediately had to go look up J.J. Johnson.
Yeah, but no, Andy Martin was I think he was the like lead bone player for the Gordon Goodwin Big Fat Band.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great! And I'm sure heard Gordon Goodwin on my stream at least once or twice.
Actually, I haven't.
Or you haven't. I played Gordon Goodwin stuff back in high schow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, he's good stuff. Anyway, okay, enough music nerd stuff. We can do that later. We got to get some SoulCalibur started. But before I do any of that, I've already hit it once in the chat. !Matcherino brings up the link to our Matcherino, which we have for tonight. If you don't know what Matcherino is, it's like a crowdfunding prize pot I guess that's the most apt description for it. You can go to the website by clicking on the link and you can sign in or create your accounts free. It's really easy to do. Once you do that, you can go and click the light blue or claim code button and it adds a free 25 cents into the prize pool. All that goes to our top 3 players for tonight. You can see the splits there. And it goes, again, just to kind of give the players a little bit more incentive to compete against each other a bit more seriously. And yeah, you can also click the orange contribute button to donate a custom amount from your own wallet if you are so inclined to do so. Evil Booho is out here watching. Thank you very, very much. Hope you all are doing well. Thanks for keeping the game alive. Of course, love to hear from you, man. Good to see you out here. So yeah, you can be a chat like Evil Booho and put 25 in the pot. Or you don't have to. It's up to you. But yeah, super easy to do. !Matcherino, really simple. All right. Also, EVO Japan is this weekend.
Do we know if SoulCalibur's going to be there?
It is, but Chapter is actually there in Japan. Him and his wife, they're on like vacation, and then this weekend, yeah, Chapter's going to help Pistol Maru.
So it won't be one of those terrible EVO Japans where they're just like, hey, best of one.
I'm hoping not. He's helping Pistol Maru like organizing and run some stuff. I don't know if there is a stream. I checked both their Twitters before I got into, we kind of came here. I didn't see anything posted yet. So if there is going to be a stream of anything, I'll let everyone know as soon as I can. But right now, I absolutely no clue.
I've always, I think I've done restreams of EVO Japan over the past 2 years or something like that. Basically, ever since Neko Yogi started winning. It's always a big fan to see Neko Yogi, Tamonegi, Keaton, all the big Japanese players.
I really quite like anytime they have the off streams from those pop up, and it's just somebody recording a single monitor with like their phone or a camcorder.
That was.
If we're gonna get any type of stream, that's what Evo Japan is gonna be for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I got my start into. Not just SoCal, but like the FGC in general. Was I did shaky photo cam at NorCal Regionals 2019, the last one. That NorCal Regionals, and then I recorded pools by just like I think I had my friend Uukaz's phone and like a battery pack, and I just like held that phone and recorded matches for like an hour and a half because we had like a 60-person bracket to run on like 4 setups in a crowded hotel ballroom. It was great.
I really thought you were gonna say bar at first. I was like, you just set them up around it, easy peasy, but
no, this is the NorCal Regionals. It was wasn't down San Jose. I forget it was a double train. I can't remember. It's been so long, but that was really fun. That was interesting. I didn't even enter tournament because I had been playing for like a month or two. I had no idea what was going on.
Way back before COVID. Gosh, it was right after the game had come out. Even I attended a monthly in the south corner of Texas, in Beaumont, I think, and they had it at the side, like the off room in a gas station that they would rent.
Oh hell yeah!
And it was they had the best chicken I've ever had in my life. Like it was like it's called Crystal Fried Chicken, which was a little concerning going into it, but if there was the crystals in it, then I guess I couldn't be too mad. And it was great to just see. It is always great to see people gather around like tiny things. Like you always see the FGC memes of like melty blood in the bathroom or whatever. But it's nice to see the flame still continue.
Yeah. Oh, oops. My bad.
Man, I remember when there was a NorCal stream where SoulCalibur was not even listed as a side game, and it was just being run in a hotel room. This is back in SE5. And the side, not even the side tournament of SoulCalibur 5 at NorCal Regionals, just at a hotel room, had more entrants than I think one of the main games. I thought it was funny.
The revolving door inside this one little room. Imagine being the wall neighbors to them. Like all these people just like screaming and going off.
I've always imagined that the people who go to hotels at the same time as an FGC event are some of the most hateful people. They've become some of the most hateful people in the world. It's very difficult for them to take any of us seriously. They get contact highs whenever they go into the elevator.
What would you mean take us seriously? Because of this game, or
no? Have you ever been near a Smash Brothers pool and smelled the smell?
Yeah, I do. I did indeed used to play. So I played Smash 4 and then Ultimate for a second. But
boy, Chunk, you have really stepped in it at this point.
That's still oh yeah, you Juice in Michigan, you're good. That's still like the worst story I think I've ever heard. Was one of our Caliber friends who also played Smash said she went to her pool and was literally like having trouble seeing the monitor because her eyes were tearing up because the smell was so bad.
You could just DQ somebody for that, though.
I don't know anybody who would.
Nowadays, there might be some, but
that part of the problem?
I mean, maybe.
Isn't that really part of the problem is that, instead of dealing with it, it just gets left to the side.
Well, in defense of the Smash community, the reason why she was having a tough time is that she was chopping onions at the same time that she was playing Smash. That was an interesting choice.
It was a new type of controller.
DLC is really rough.
Yeah, that was
the interesting choices. Machine Gun going with Mina, typically a Killick player. I wonder why they've decided to go with Mina this time. They've been playing Mina for a while, so I'm not this is the most surprising thing. But maybe there's a Siegfried specific choice. There's a specific player choice. Not sure.
Of course, the player choice is because they've heard me in my mind mentally rail against Mina for 2 years.
Specifically this matchup, or just Mina in general?
No, Mina. My opinions, of course, being what they are. I do think her strengths are potent when they are present, but I feel like often she can struggle where it seems like she should be strong, to be vague. I don't know, a lot of her mix-ups don't feel like they're actual real. They feel like you can just almost look for the other option because of the way her animations move.
All of them except for the hell sweep at the very least.
Oh yeah, the hell
sweep. Seems like 4-4A are really not going to be
like...
much of a reasonable thing to deal with. But the problem is that even if you block that correctly, it's still safe in most of the ranges that you tend to use it.
Yeah, but in the, I don't know. I feel like her effective range is strong, yes, and she's good at keeping out specific options. And with the, like, she's dealing with like good mid range or like good single ways.
Yeah.
Like any character that can cross that gap and get to her just immediately tends to bowl her over, and her hell sweep only like mitigates some of that problem.
Getting into the Oki, the one piece that's really, really good about Mina at this point, but we are seeing a lot of whiffs from the machine gun so far. He does have a bar if he decides to use it. Instead, he's just going to go with a 1A. No RI, huh? That's too bad. Well, okay.
Is the... do you know how minus the second one is, by chance?
The second...
Isn't it 1AA, right?
From Mina?
No, Siegfried. He had done the single.
Oh, I'm not sure actually. Minus 12 maybe? I mean, at the very least, Mina getting Wall Rising K is probably going to be totally fine. I don't think it's enough in this particular context for Mina to get a Wall Rising B. So Wall Rising K should be A-okay, assuming that there isn't any range disparity. Now, the problem is that Machine Gun is also dealing with a bit of a Gar Crush issue as well. So Soul Charge did some work, but now we're in the corner again, and I think that's going to do it.
Really nice single BB.
Oh, looks like minus 12 was indeed confirmed by the chat. Thank you, chat. Man, Machine Gun is having a real tough time understanding some of these ranges. Something tells me that Killick is coming up. Yeah, the problem with Mina is that if you're not getting the stuff at tip hit, it's really not going to work out. And yeah, it seems like Machine Gun is playing a very linear type of style, which is allowing Siegfried, one of the characters that has one of the best side steps in the game, to rack up a pretty significant amount of damage very quickly.
To be proactive with Mina requires exactly that. You have to be incredibly proactive. She has heavy reads, like reading tech crouches versus steps often, and not even just that, reading the like attempt at moves through those. Like whenever character moves up 2-2B or things like that, she really has to read the specific option, and then she can punish it really well and really devastatingly. But I feel like that is often the case, is that she has to get really devastating reads in order to be continuously effective.
I ended up going with a rematch. I'm kind of surprised, but Machine Gun wants to try and like figure out this pick. I mean, if there's a place to figure this kind of stuff out, it's definitely here. I do appreciate that Machine Gun already right off the bat is using a handful of additional moves that I think will keep Siegfried from being able to sidestep in some of these places. Things like 6-6A and full crouch 3AK. If we see a little bit more of that, Siegfried will have to come up with something else. See, like 6-6A would have worked there as well.
I love the addition of the 4B. The little hot thing I think is an excellent addition there.
We're dealing with Siegfried mix.
Nope.
Wow, minus 12 into GI, okay. Now we're trying to go for the ring out. Doesn't really need a ring out at this point, to be honest. Yeah, I guess if we're just never going to break any grabs, then that's just the way it goes.
Tough one. 350.
There was one time I played against Machine Gun where he just grabbed me 7 times in a row for the last round, and that's why I don't feel bad for him at all for losing to just grabs.
Well, don't get grabbed 7 times in a row.
You can't use verticals to try and deal with that. Oh, good step duck as well. I mean, that was fancy and everything, but you didn't actually get anything out of this, so...
That's what I'm talking about, is that if she had used, like, 4-4K, for instance, that would have been, like, a large one, but she would have committed so much to doing it. And while it would have been, like, an excellent damage mitigator, like, life distance mitigator.
It's a real shame that he did not dedicate himself to what was essentially a safe launcher in Soul Charge, but 2 bars to 1 for potentially the very last round of the set. Oh boy, he is having such a hard time. I sense a ring out coming. Well, at least a ring out attempt, yeah. Oh, there you go. I don't know, maybe it would have been best to at least try to find a different stage. Nah, I mean, it's tough to say, because Mina has really good ring outs as well, but considering the fact that the Siegfried was in the driver's seat for such a significant part of the first game, he clearly wants to try and figure out how to play Mina, and so I think some smaller hits that aren't as linear is definitely going to be the way to go. There are some Swiss cheese hole type gaps in Mina's pressure, especially in the mid-range, where 66A is kind of the best button that she has. That being said, it's not particularly strong. It's just kind of the best thing that she has in a scenario like that. So something like that, something like the Hell Sweep, or just slowing it down and trying to be as far away as possible. But again, it's going to be difficult if you're on a stage like that. You need a bigger stage to try and set something like that up.
How do you feel about her 4/4A string? I know it is incredibly minus and all that, but it's decent on counter hit. So I was curious as to.
Well, 4/4A is the lethal hit that connects at tip, where it's not a string. You might be thinking of a different input. 3AA maybe?
Yes, it is 3AA, the really bad one.
Well, 3AA is both good and bad because it's like a seeable, like it's not particularly strong unless you hit with it. Then it does literally half life. So. Is it worth it to, like, based on the damage alone, I definitely think that it's a perfectly reasonable thing to try out every once in a while. It's a counter hit combo. So if you're right and you have a bar of meter, hell yeah, this is exactly what I had hoped would happen. Guys, NovaMage is in here. Enough talk about Mina. What a miserable character that is. Now we're going to talk about NovaMage. NovaMage versus ARCA. Amy versus Mitsurugi. I have played this matchup a handful of times. I've played this matchup a handful of times against ARCA in particular. Now, NovaMage is probably going to do White Roses, or as I like to call them, Mistake. We'll see if it ends up panning out for him, though.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, actually, because I was just thinking to myself that I much prefer the White Rose Amy, personally. I know that it is...
Yeah, if you can get it, yeah, it's great.
But, I mean... It's not that most of the same setups are there. Just because you have to like do more effort to get a rose off of 1B does not mean that you cannot get it. It just is that you require a read, which is the entirety of White Rose Amy, is that she makes excellent reads.
Yeah, technically speaking, you require 2 reads, right? You need to get the 1B first, and then you also have to be correct about the dead trap / dead trap.
Exactly. The 4/4. I'm sorry, the 2/2 KB or the single rose.
Double 1BK into wall.
Yeah. Well, he ends up getting all 4 White Roses to start. Now that's going to be a huge amount of damage. Sacrificing 1 round to get all 4 White Roses is perfectly fine. Alright, if you're going to eat an AA every time you hit block a 214B, I assume NovaMage is going to be perfectly okay with that.
I mean, because that's minus, what, 14 or 16?
It's kind of tricky. It's actually much more punishable than that, but it kind of depends on when you block the second hit of the rose. If you do a 16 framer, then you should be fine. But it can kind of depend. So other characters can get I-20s. It all depends on like the spacing of everything that you do.
I don't trust a lot of the I-20 punishes. While they are really potent, I have to really commit to it. Ouch.
Oh boy, that almost worked. That's not technically the right combo. Wow, we're not even going to go for a red rose. I guess you don't really have the time for red roses anymore, huh? And nobody blocks this. Wow, that like sort of hit and then sort of didn't.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
That doesn't happen very often.
Yes.
Hey. Ooh, 6A plus B.
6A. That keeps going to that 4KB, just the whole string every time. I feel like perhaps maybe a 6K might be a useful addition there.
Man, NovaMage is doing so much damage on some of these incorrect stance guesses. It really seems like he's unprepared for the Mitsu matchup, or at least Mitsu stance stuff. I guess he's just kind of getting in his own head about a character that he doesn't main. Sometimes I forget how much damage White Rose CE does when you have white.
It's fantastic I-12 punish. It becomes the strong wall for him. The delicious bulb. Oh. Sorry. Apologies. Let me speak up and more into the microphone.
1-0 for ARCA.
Decided to go with rematch. I guess we're getting a bunch of matches where people are just trying out other characters. Man, he got all 4 white within the first round and was not able to achieve purple. That's some bad news.
I feel like purple a lot of times is a trap though, because at that point you're continuing to sacrifice more damage, which white is willing to give you into the maybe more damage, or of course the reversal or the resist impacts. But those are not that scary.
So when you talked about like that you like white rose, you mean like going white rose only?
Oh yes, I think that purple can be an excellent vessel if like ARCA did, you can get. Sorry, if like NovaMage did, you can get the you can get white right away and then immediately continue to scare into purple like second round, yes. But otherwise, I just feel like you're trying to play with somebody. Like it becomes like a cat and mouse type thing. Like you are specifically trying to do the look at me, I am perfect and better than you type thing.
Yeah, purple has always been kind of like a win more type button. More often than not, you can just win with singular red without much of a problem.
Exactly, and there is merit to be said of going for like now where you go for the balanced one, where you attempt to surprise by suddenly having purple and overwhelming in the like succeeding round before they can get used to it. And again with that 4KB
happening over and over again at that wall, and NovaMage is very intent on trying to sidestep. Yeah, I guess he ducked.
Oh, no, delicious. I died about it.
B. Wow, just run up. Man, NovaMage is adamant today. He's not getting his combos, but he is getting his launchers.
So there's the 6B, or the 6K. I love that move from Mitsu a whole lot. Oh, tasty.
Okay. Unread away.
Oh, wow.
Which you can get next round.
Scary mix on the run-up from ARCA. Minus. Nope, not minus at all.
Damn, that's like the third time that he's just challenged with 6AB and NovaMage falling for the 1A again, dude. He's not gonna get purple again? That's hilarious. He's just so adamant about ducking.
Nova. Purple's a trap. Oh, wait, there's one. Good back grab setup. I did not know about that. I keep hoping for the 4K or the 4-6K.
He did it in the first round and it worked, as in ARCA did a reversal edge, and he was able to sidestep out of the way, so I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone to that well again.
It's like he got scared of the post-GI after getting hit by the 4A slide B.
He went for a third white row.
There's one of the purples. Okay. And here we go.
Nobody blocks those. Okay.
There's the...
No! The lag! Well, you're only dealing with an AA. It's totally okay. ARCA's not going to spend any of his meter because he wants to give you a chance. Oh, boy.
You had to say it. You spake it into the world.
He only needs like 2 guess rights, and then ARCA wins this.
Oh, why
get back out. See, yes.
Oh.
And you know what, NovaMage? You deserve this, dude.
That was... Nova.
On a hard knockdown, you rolled forward and did a mid-parry? Nah, dude.
The lag drop did absolutely contribute heavily to this.
Not going for red also contributed heavily to it.
Oh yeah. See, look at you putting ideologies on how people should play. Quit that.
I thought about it and I won't.
Oh, you won't quit that?
I am awfully confident about how Amy is supposed to be played. I don't want to say, I don't want to only sit steal in absolutes. I don't want to pretend like it's impossible to change my mind. But somebody has to have some semblance of success with Purple Amy in tournament before I will change my mind.
Again, I don't think Purple is the route. I think Purple is the win more path. But I do think that there is legitimacy to white because of the avenues it opens up for the creating the seamless gap between high mid and the parrying and things like that, and the damage increase, while it is not as, I would say, consistent through like ease of launchers as red does, it's still there. It just requires a different set of reads instead of the traditional caliber reads.
I will await with bated breath when somebody in a game that is 6 years old can show me a level of success with White Rose only Amy. I will be genuinely entertained and surprised and excited.
Oh, you're gonna make me lab this character again? I specifically.
No, I don't want any labs. I want tournament results.
No,
ever.
I know, but I have to. You have to be able to lab in order to do the tournament stuff. Like I haven't picked her up in years because of it.
Well, that's a shame. I mean, it's been 6 years or so. Doesn't have to be you. It could be, I don't know, just anybody at all.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean,
the most successful White Rose Amy players in tournament, as far as I know, are me and Sandman. Neither of which think that it's particularly good.
I'll just whisper into NovaMage's mind. Listen to me.
Oh.
For 6K.
Oh.
Yeah, he did try that once, and then out of nowhere, he didn't do it anymore. So I'm kind of surprised by that.
Also, I think 4-4 or not 4-4. Okay, my apologies. 2-2 or 8-8 B plus K is a drastically underutilized thing. It's annoyingly good.
Never had any strong success with it myself.
It's like
I'd have to see it in action. I think
it's like Geralt's, but with more threat behind it.
Yeah, that one's not particularly good either, though. Like, they just don't get away from a lot.
It's funny.
Not particularly evasive. You want to say it's funny, yeah, sure, but, like, I don't find it to be legitimately competent.
My use of it in the past, or seeing it, is whereas normally when you can step a vertical, you would only get, like, a side throw or things like that. If you use the Geralt one, you can usually get a back grab, like, consistently.
ViolinPhantom versus Souzou, I'm sure they've played against each other before. I just can't remember how it typically works. Me, personally, I'm not a particular fan of playing Geralt against characters with I-10s, and I'm not a particular fan of playing against I-10 characters that can also kill you in one hit, but that's essentially just the way you gotta deal with SouzouLion and Yoshimitsu. Even at plus frames, you still have to worry about that reverse ring out when he has half a bar. Also, not to mention, it must be difficult or irritating as ViolinPhantom tends to be, like a lot of Grøh players are, where you're kind of like, whoa! Shut me right the hell up.
Good block.
Oh, shame. It would have been a lethal hit, though. SouzouLion picking MASH 3 times in a row. 4-4-KB, or 4-4-KA, sorry.
Oh, just a little greedy. So that was definitely, of course, because of the Grøh's O-line, was pretty versed in the where to punish Grøh, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, for the most part, he tends to go with I-10 punishes as opposed to I-12. Though that being said, I can kind of see why. As that the I-12 punish from Yoshimitsu, in terms of optimal damage, tends to put you way too far away. ViolinPhantom has 2 bars. I wonder if he's gonna... You can't wait much longer to use it, my guy. You're dead to the next poke. Really? We're saving it! Oh boy. I mean, he is dead to 1 poke. Oh! Okay, he didn't have to use it.
His single beats have been excellent so far. Sorry, Violins, not his theirs.
Yeah, Grøh BB, second best BB in the game, almost for sure.
Behind Calyx.
Yeah. Oh, nice block, but he didn't actually get a punish, he just went for a mix instead. Dude, ViolinPhantom.
2- to deal with this.
Holding onto this meter until the day he dies. The day he dies might come pretty quickly. That is not a force block there. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
He only needs 1 more.
Do it again.
That's
I don't feel like there have been many GIs to promote that. Like, Souzou has clearly been like waiting out a lot of tempoing.
He tends to be a very defensive player. In a vacuum, if we're just talking about a situation like that where the opponent is dead to 1 hit, it's a perfectly reasonable choice to do a GI when you're safe on block in a situation like that. Souzou, on the other hand, has always been supremely confident in his defense. You can kind of tell by his gameplay. Now Violin's kind of getting sucked up into Souzou's tempo. not eating a whole lot just yet. They've kind of slowed down a little bit, but then every once in a while this happens, and you end up eating a lot.
No punish on the Dragonfly A.
Ooh, max punish. Yeah, see, very similar to what we were talking about before. Souzou is kind of like just playing it very, very defensively, but now it looks like ViolinPhantom has found, well, it didn't end up working out just because he had to be correct so many times, but he has found a way to continue to push in an aggressive way, and hopefully he'll be able to pull something like that off again if he is in a similar situation. He can kind of, whoa, that was very, wow. Just have to simply be okay with half goddamn life. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Speaking of half-life.
Yeah, nowhere close, but still, it ended up working out.
Yoshi is now 2 half-life at least.
Yeah.
Let's chip and
no punish on the -16.
The mental frame was starting to kick in.
Nice one. Oh!
And he dies about it. And he dies about it.
What was that supposed to be? I'm not too
Ace
familiar
by
with
B.
Yoshi input. Yeah. No, as a block punish, that doesn't make sense, does it?
It would be funny.
Is this even
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Imagine how demoralizing it would be.
ViolinPhantom I've never found as somebody who gets demoralized too easily.
He said at least I-20.
What's I-20?
A slide B.
Oh,
Really? No, then? I have no idea. Nope.
crap. He has to block this mix. He didn't.
He doesn't have to. He
I
won't.
wonder what he was trying to do with an A. It must have been just a straight up buffer that clogged what he was actually trying to do. I don't know. I like the use of Grøh 1B. I've always been I think that poke can be underrepresented just by the sheer amount of damage it does. Good block and punish. Oh, is that what he was trying to do, maybe? He was trying to do, like, while rising A in that previous situation?
That would have been...
It kind of doesn't make any sense, but I guess we'll find out later. And after this match has all been sewn up, Souzou ends up taking it.
He said, I will take the Grøh, goodbye. Now he has
On the tryhard, it's going to be going up against ARCA, Juice against slytiger. I haven't seen slytiger in a while. Souzou and ViolinPhantom, I guess it was the first match of Winner's Quarters. Charlie and BenWithVees. Any chance we're going to get to see that?
Right now.
Did we see this the last time that Ben... Yes, we did, didn't we? Ben ended up beating Charlie.
Was it last week or the week before?
The last time that Ben was involved, I think.
Yeah, it was either a week
Whether
or a
that
week.
was last week or the next.
Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, the last time I believe we did see that. Well, we're going to see it again.
A hobknocker. Slobberknocker, whatever, not trying to be impolite.
Hobknocker.
Yeah, I think that
Ew.
was the incorrect.
I guess that's like a sporting event
Slobberknocker.
for hobbits. That's like if you're in the Shire, then it's like a really exciting match there specifically.
I was about to say, like, do the hobbits have any sports? And I was just like, they're much too lazy to do sports.
No. They're a fan of sports.
Well,
they're a fan of
That's what the
sports.
hobgoblins call
You
their,
know, it is
dictionaries.
canonically accurate within the Lord of the Rings that a hobbit created golf.
True, I had just forgotten about that. That is correct.
I don't know why you're acting all surprised that I was right about something.
Wasn't
I don't
wasn't
really
it
appreciate that.
wasn't it one of the Tooks?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a little bit, but it's coming back to me. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, he's related to Perry.
Platypus?
Like a great-great-grandfather of sorts.
I mean, that the Tooks are a huge family, so, but yeah.
There are many, many Tooks, it's true.
Sorry, we are Lord of the Rings nerding out. Apologies.
I know, that's why I tried to take it away from you.
But not
sorry.
Not sorry.
Why must we apologize for that? I stand proud on my Lord of the Rings stuff. Lord of the Rings was one of the first books I ever read.
Damn.
I
Hobbit
personally
was
have
technically
I've only read The Hobbit.
Oh,
I'll
the
give a
silence
special.
that-
I'll
the
give a special
resonant silence
cookie
was
to
scary.
anybody who can tell me what the fate of the blue wizards was.
The fate of the Blue Wizards was to use the codes for the Matcherino, of course.
One can hope.
That's
that's fate.
why
It means it was already written. That's how fate works.
that's why they went on their quest. Just to find the Matcherino codes to use.
Yeah, you'd think that the wizards of Middle Earth would have something more important to do, but I mean, clearly not.
Yeah.
Honestly, Gandalf and Radagast were perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Gandalf
right.
spent a lot of time remoralizing the people of Middle Earth. That seems pretty important.
Yeah. And I guess he was just, he covered it. So the blue wizards could just go off and do whatever they wanted.
That's actually, they're the ones that help us install stuff on our computers. That's the wizards. That's them.
Yoshimitsu, Talim,
The Maya.
So I assume Ben versus Charlie. I guess it's possible. I've seen Charlie play other characters once or twice. Even though Ben, quote-unquote, plays other characters, I can't remember him ever playing it. Even in like a tournament like Wednesday Night Fights, I can't remember Ben ever playing another character other than Yoshi.
Raphael,
So I assume
So
Yoshi
Yoshi
versus Azwel, a matchup that both players should be very well versed in. Charlie playing a slew of different Yoshimitsu players since Wednesday Night Fights became the place to be, and Ben's only practice partner over there on the West Coast being Blue.
Tira,
Only. But you're also not
Who
wrong.
else?
Gosh, what a frustrating thing it must be for Azwel in this
Well,
one.
okay,
As
sorry.
it's been remarked a million times, it's like the moment he doesn't have a weapon, which is a lot of the time if Yoshi has any say about it, he just has to, do like empty hops over Yoshi type reads, like the ridiculous, call them out in their whole family. So maybe, I don't know. I always wonder what there is to do besides, back off or use a weaponless B plus K to, to try and create some of that tempo without doing that.
Jump A, grabs. There's not a whole lot that's great.
Yeah, but exactly that. If your good punish, quote, quote, or good opener is I-18, that's scary.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the grabs and, like, jump attacks kind of get around weapon attacks being too slow. So you at least have, like, a little bit of something. Depending on the stage, just walking away is the quote-unquote best option. But, yeah, if Azwel doesn't have a weapon, and you're right in front of their face, that's kind of the whole point, is that you need to be awkwardly mauling them in one way or another, so as to ensure that you're getting something, you're getting somewhere.
Tira,
Oh, really?
I'm gonna kill you!
Cool.
Okay, we've seen this every once in a while. This is, in my opinion, one of Yoshi's worst matchups that we really don't get to see all that often. When we think of Yoshimitsu bad matchups nowadays, because we see Yoshi versus Ivy as I'd be willing to bet is like the most common matchup we've seen in Wednesday Night Fights over the course of however many years it's been going at this point. That matchup is bad, but I would say characters like Mitsu and Tira are even worse. They have the ability to create generalized pokes to deal with Yoshimitsu when Yoshi is in their face, and they also have backdashes similar to Ivy to mitigate all of that risk from like all the pressure and stances and such.
Just say nothing of the anti-air game.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Now, I don't know so much about doing things like 1K while the opponent's on the ground into an immediate reversal edge on whiff. I feel like that's kind of getting away from the
gotta
kind of
shake up.
defensive style that we hope from Tira, but what are you going to do?
Everyone loves her really slow moves at the beginning. It takes you a second to remember that she, of course, has one of the best I-12s in the game, too.
Double jolly.
There you go,
In order
come
to
on.
get to one of those I-12s, we're going to need to see a stance change.
Good opener,
that's
good
not gonna work.
even. Oh, wait, excellent punish backwards. Like, what a call out on the vertical.
Fantastic side steps, getting them every time. We have to get a pretty big punish that time.
Forcing Ben to use meter to
Nice
save.
block, wow. No, it was an air hit, my guy.
And die about it. At least all the meters gone, I guess, but... Geez.
Yeah, but so's your
Bad luck. Oh, will they go for it? Nope, good for them. No bother.
Red Gargage on top of things. Yeah, if your Gloomy Tira is going to be about just like throwing out 3Bs, boy, that's going to be tough. That's not going to kill, I don't think. Well,
Yeah, I
maybe
think to the
it is.
stage, yeah, absolutely.
No,
Oh,
okay.
never mind.
It's just a lot of damage. Okay, now we have to deal with Jolly Soul Charge. I assume Yoshi's just going to back up. And then out of nowhere, throw something out. But that is half your Soul Charge gone. Yeah, just give him stay. Okay. The gloomy stuff, I'm afraid, if you're just going to rely... Like, frankly speaking, I do find that a lot of Tira players do this, where they just rely on awkwardly timed 3Bs. Tira gloomy 3B is very good, in the sense that it has a massive hitbox and, like, virtually all 3Bs, it does a massive amount of damage as well. But I wouldn't necessarily call it something that's, like, the only thing to rely on in regards to gloomy. In fact, quite the opposite. We're talking about, one of, if not the most powerful character in the entire game. It's a shame that it ends up getting kind of reduced to 3Bs every once in a while.
Hey, don't forget 66K. I feel like
66K, 3A, 66A is frankly not all that bad.
66A should be used more often, I think, because I think too often that the Oki surrounding that string is underutilized, because it does require action immediately. There really is no time to not do anything about it, because she can just immediately 66A plus B you if you do nothing, and it happens.
The problem is 66A is unsafe as well.
Oh yeah, but I mean, of course it is. But the moment that somebody goes to tech, then you can just begin the really gross loop of 66A, which catches tech in all directions and creates like a back turn like setup among other things. Oh, and here's the half health, 3/4 maybe, 2/3.
Charlie really did not get a good stage. This is arguably Yoshi's best stage here. Alright, well now you're dead. No, you're not, because... Ooh, excuse me. Okay, here we go.
Into it. Will they go for this? Okay, no setup to reinforce it, though. Doesn't need it. Step it.
Charlie has gotten a handful of like really good sidesteps in a variety of different places on Ben's pressure, but hasn't really been able to capitalize all that heavily.
Oh, you
Gonna go for something fancy? Yeah.
Can't roll there.
Okay, yeah. The one time we have to use Azwel Soul Charge, we end up going for a seeable low. I don't really know so much about that, but maybe we'll see Charlie later on, and we'll get to see if they have something else in store for Ben. So that's Ben versus Souzou, so that's a Yoshi mirror that's going to be happening. How fun.
Oh, we will be able to catch that for sure.
Everybody, please take your Adderall beforehand.
We could also, like, not catch it. We could do something else.
Is there another? What's
No,
happening?
we'll watch it. We'll watch it.
Ah, why are we on to it?
Well, what are the options?
I think, what are we seeing next?
Juice and
I'm
Slide.
getting the impression that it's Ron and ARCA. Oh, is it
Ron, I
Slide?
see you seeing try to say glue instead, but the subtraction is not really the number you're going for when it comes to the brain cells. Like, there's not but so many you can boot out of there before it's just a shell. I played him pretty much exclusively for until season 2 came out. No, it was not season 2. It was whenever they re-buffed Tira to be decently playable, and then they continued to buff her, and I just was spoiled.
Really is one of the biggest blow-ups we had in SE6, huh? That character
She
was garbage
deserved
when the
it.
game first came out.
They killed her in 5. They just, for no reason, they just nerfed her into the ground. And yes, I know she still won the Evo, all that. That character was not good.
Oh, I felt that Tira in SE5 was actually kind of fine.
Maybe
Underplayed,
she was just
but-
too good in the previous patch, and I just didn't realize it. But it just felt to me like they took out a lot of her like high damaging options and homogenized most of her like what you wanted to be doing.
It did feel like, for the most part, the character was not... Very similar to Hilda, where she ended up getting overlapped in a lot of ways, where it's like, what did you want? Did you want a character that did this type of thing, that type of thing? There was a character that was better. And unlike SE6, SE5, the difference between high tiers versus mid tiers versus low tiers is actually pretty heavily pronounced. Nowhere near as much as SE4. As time has gone on, it's gotten better, but SE6, when we talk about like the best character in the game versus the worst character, we're really talking about a game of inches. when in SE5 and also especially 4, we're really talking about a game of miles. Alright, Juice versus Slytiger. We haven't seen Slytiger in a while. Let's see if he remembers how to play this game.
So far,
just
so
press
good.
a bunch of buttons in front of your opponent's face. Yeah, it seems alright.
Huh.
You guys ever play or watch Street Fighter 4 at all?
No.
Okay. I won't make the reference that I was going to make then because it won't make any sense.
Apologies.
Trying to get that wall hit on the 6K. See if Juice can come up with something here. This is also a pretty good stage for Siegfried, to be honest, for exactly this. It's a shame that I didn't get out that I wanted to talk about exactly this wall combo ahead of time, because then I could have looked really smart, but that's the way it goes. Going for the tech trap. No bites. Going for the low to try and deal with... Oh, no, he ends up going unsafe into Dark Legacy, and so now he doesn't have it. But I guess it doesn't matter. I guess if you're right, you're right. All about the wall pressure, obviously, on this stage. Both characters incredibly good at it. I honestly think that Siegfried probably does more damage, though I'm not 100% sure. Juice getting these nice side steps on typically fourth block Oki. Sly having a tough time corralling the Siegfried's movement. That's going to take the second round for Juice. So Sly not having his hand on the controller there at the beginning of the round. There we go, yeah. If Juice is trying to auto-side stuff, which it seems like he's doing kind of a lot, a very typical Siegfried practice, you really need to make sure that your forest blocks are in tow. Sly's only had one, and he was able to get a launcher out of it, but then that's kind of it. Juice with 2 bars, safe CEs.
Oh my gosh.
AGAs. Okay, now you have to deal with DL. Now you have to deal with DL on Soul Charge.
Yo. And just the 2-2As, just the lows.
The old 2A.
Yeah.
Easily the most practiced and worthy Siegfried setups.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. He's using... I mean, Siegfried's probably got one of the best tools to kind of keep Talim out at range with AGA, and he's using it a lot, and it's working.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see more tech crouches, more uppercuts from Sly in the not-too-distant future. Okay, or we just hop over it. Juice still getting a lot of hay out of those side steps. Really good stuff. Really good movement. That's important.
Good block on the A. Out of the Windsalt stance, gonna get knocked down.
Absolutely nothing out of it.
Yeah, I don't know if he gets a lot of it. Oh yeah, the hitbox just barely catches. Oh, good side step.
Juice is doing it. Why would you RE there? I don't know about that choice. But blocks the DL. Yeah, it's tough. Dude, Juice has woken up with a sidestep, I think, on every hard knockdown. The quicker that Sly figures that out, the better.
Yeah, that time he blocks low.
Yeah, that must be really frustrating for Sly, because it's like, you gotta be kidding me. He blocked low, or he sidestepped every single time. I do one thing that catches sidestep, and he, like, deals with it correctly.
Ooh, almost tried to duck the strings, gonna get hit into the wall. Can't convert no combo. Ooh, jump.
Well, he tried to go for a tech trap. The 2-2-8's a tech trap, and it just didn't work out. Counter hit! No sidestep at all!
Yeah,
Sly a bit out of practice here. That's not gonna do it, but it's close. Jump K. Do the jump K. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong about the K input.
Yeah, runs in, tries to go for the C. I guess go for the low. He's guessing right.
Dude, Juice is the underdog today. Or, I mean, this is the dark horse. The guy that is just running over people right now.
6K whiffs.
6AK. Yeah, we're getting the stage so much so far this tournament, and it always feels like a really tense match whenever we're in here. Good tech crouch to get under the wall combo opportunity. If he had gotten that wall combo, he wasn't dead, but he was like ahead in life. It's crazy to think about.
2-2-8 tech crouch. It's not gonna work. Yeah, so he's gonna go for the soul charge, try and get some of this damage back.
I bet Juice tried to step duck and he just didn't have the time. That was not what he wanted, but he ended up getting the duck. He got like some damage out of it, I guess.
Get the wall off of that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fly with no meter yet. He needs just one little... Okay, now he does have meter. He needs to get up, though.
Oh, he tried to use it?
He just immediately spends it on a CE. He had the counter hit combo. He could have killed him. Man, there's so much spaghetti going on right now. That was a full-course Italian restaurant entree. A bunch of spoofs and boots. Alright, eat half life. You have no meter. Juice needs one wall combo. Okay, step duck yet again. He's got so much meter too. Honestly, I'd spend it right now just to like eliminate Talim momentum. Or you can just CE here.
And just...
Alright, Juice takes it. Gee whiz. That second to last round was insane.
There was so much happening.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I'm
Sly just immediately spending meter and not getting anything out of it. I think, again, I think he's kind of out of practice with the game, and so just pressing the safe CE button seems like a worthwhile endeavor at first glance.
Yeah,
but,
maybe a little bit of Parsec happening a little bit as well, like delaying some inputs.
Okay.
I mean, it could be, again, like some of those hits, like, I mean, 1 or 2 frames could have made the difference between activation and getting hit, and it's like, Parsec can do that to you, but also, I mean, it's just like one of the cool things to watch, like all those these new Faustian talents that keep coming out from over in the Pacific Northwest, like they show so much progress so fast. It's really cool to watch.
Right.
So yeah, he's like, you got like Juice is coming out here, and he's fine. Someone like slytiger knows what he's doing. He's not hard to beat. Not easy to beat. I said that wrong. My bad.
I was watching a compilation before I showed up here of like WWE being suspicious, like out of context type stuff. Boy, do they say some stuff, and it is insane that they say it.
Oh yeah, I think it was Konmai. We came up with the clip of it's like Kurt Angle in the ring, like trying to like intimidate and talk smack, but keeps like saying. Basically saying that he's a pedophile multiple times, just through phrasing, and just like everything was like, wait, no, it's WWE's, yeah. Or my favorite one recently that I learned about through a podcast was the it's WrestleMania. It's like Royal Rumble 5, where like basically I guess there was like a botch where like it was like Batista and John Cena, like Batista I think was supposed to win, but they messed up and they both like wrung themselves out at the same time, so it was a tie, which was an accident. But then like the wrestlers and the refs actually did a good job of kind of like playing it off into this thing. But then Vince McMahon comes off like down the stage and walking off like super angry, because technically yeah, it was wrong. But as he's trying to like slide into the ring, like he jumps in like head first, like underneath the ropes, he like hits his like quads or thighs on like the edge of the ring, and as he tries to stand, he just buckles because both his quads got blown. And so he's just like sitting there in the ring, like kind of legs flat out, back up against the ropes with his hands on his hips, like slightly angry, but also looking kind of confused and concerned as like all like 4 refs in the ring and 2 players are just kind of like trying to figure out what's going on. And he's just like, if you're paying attention, it's very clear, like, yeah, he can't walk. he can't move, but they're still going.
Somebody was showing me a video of... It was kind of like an ECW type thing. Not actually ECW, but like of that ilk where you're like throwing chairs and stuff like that. It was like this one guy who seemed, I guess, relatively in shape versus a wrestler who, I don't know, he's like 70 years old. Something like that. Like some outrageous number, right? And this guy is hitting the old guy really hard, but the old guy... It would appear he doesn't entirely know what's going on, and so he's not really selling the moves all that much. So this wrestler is like, okay, what's the thing that I can do to really make this match pop? Because my opponent is not selling the moves I'm hitting him with. Yeah, New Jack versus Gypsy Joe. That's it. And Gypsy Joe is like the 70-year-old man, and New Jack just goes, okay, I have the solution. I'm just actually gonna beat the shit out of this old man. He starts legitimately hitting him really hard. And he really hits him in it with a chair. He really hits him with metal chains. Oh. He throws him out of the ring. He's basically just beating up this old guy at the side of the ring. Like nobody's even being entertained by this. Barely anybody can see what's going on in the match. I have no idea what the ref is thinking, what he thinks needs to happen here.
Oh, yeah. Man. It's like, yeah, there's so much crazy, like, insane, wild things that just come out of, like wrestling that, like every time I hear it, so there's something new, I'm just like, that happened? Like, that was a real thing? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's really cool, but...
You remember that storyline when Stephanie McMahon got pregnant and Vince McMahon suggested that they should make it so that Shane McMahon is the father, like, in the storyline?
No, I did hear the stories, yeah, that, like, that was a thing that Vince McMahon just, like, used his kids, like, sort of in there, which is not, like, I guess, like, a bad thing in itself, but yeah, like, the storylines he was putting in were, like, really weird and messed up.
Yeah,
like
Vince
that.
McMahon is a psychopath.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
a really bad guy. What a weird man.
Yeah, I heard about, I guess there's one storyline where, like, yeah, he, like, put a storyline where, like, The Undertaker kidnaps and, like, shotgun marries, like, his daughter.
Yeah.
And it's, like, really weird and creepy. And then it's like...
And you think about all the storylines that did happen in WWF and WWE, and those are the ones that they were actually okay with. It was insane.
Yes. Okay, I wondered what happened. I think my microphone disconnected at some point. I've been over here, like, talking to nobody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering for a little bit. I was about to ask, but okay, yeah, you're back now. As we just been talking about wrestling.
I've even had opinions of, like, he just, like, tore up his legs and then they just beat up this old man and nobody stopped him. What is wrong with the 90s?
Yeah, people just left. People just, like, ran away.
Oh, man. Anyway, our Matcherino is currently sitting at 3250. There are 20 codes remaining. If you joined after I already gave the spiel, I'm not giving it again, but I am telling you to go use those Matcherino codes because it's free and easy to do, and it helps out our top players. So, please, exclamation Matcherino, go use those codes, please.
Reiterate. Free money.
It's free. It is free.
Winner semis, RonTheTryhard and Juice, SouzouLion and BenWithVees.
So Ron and Juice.
It's NovaMage still? Oh, NovaMage lost to Charlie.
Oh.
No more Amy.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Womp womp.
No, it's not.
I have
We got one
I
match of Amy.
I have psychic resonance to give to NovaMage. It is sad that they've gone out, but the more strength remains to be gained.
I think the only type of psychic resonance NovaMage accepts is in Spanish, so I hope you're able to pull that off.
I'm working on it, so.
NovaMage's just playing a match, and he's trying really hard to concentrate, and all he can hear is "Donde está la biblioteca?"
The reads even.
I keep getting that the like the overdub X-Men like from like old YouTube, just the guy went Charles in my head, Charles, like the Juggernaut or something. Like I just keep thinking of that happening.
Oh, I'm the Juggernaut bitch stuff,
Yeah. It's like Charles, you on my
Boy,
head.
I have not thought about that in a long time. It is insane that they reference that YouTube video in the official X-Men 3 The Last Stand movie.
Oh.
It blows my mind over and over again that that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way they didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, Yoshi Mirror.
Alright, I'm gonna do
These
this.
colors are not particularly distinct, and so this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, I'm just. Should I go by flag color or armor color?
I don't think that is really gonna help.
Yeah.
Are they gonna do that thing? Yeah.
Must.
Man, thank God Amy players don't have something like that. Amy player doesn't have that kind of
They should. I think they all should.
Yeah, all of us. Me.
You and Vocal Lucian need to come up with something.
Lucian. Yeah, sure.
I mean, you could just throw you could just do 6B plus carry at each other and trade, and then just start with 4 roses every time.
There's gotta be a law against that somewhere.
Well, you don't like the Bayonetta stall right at the beginning?
What I like or don't like is irrelevant considering the laws of the world.
I think the laws of the world are made by man now, aren't they?
I'm not all of man, that's the thing.
I mean, you're a part of it though, and one
I'm
part
a
of the
very
whole
small
is
part of it,
potent,
yeah.
but just as potent a part as the rest of it. I feel like if
No, I think the president is a much bigger, a more potent part of it.
it kind of
Hold
depends.
on, just frame.
I don't know about that.
In the end of the day, he is equally as potent in that nothing matters that he does. Like truly, like in a cosmic sense, if we're really considering parts of a whole and all that, then yeah, I would say that you just
If that's where you really want to go in order to ensure that we have an equal amount of value, yeah, you can go there, I guess.
But I mean, the way that you're taking away your value is based off of things that are like either changeable by you or not necessarily relevant unless you establish them to be for yourself. While yes, of course, having some of the political power and things like that is socially important to us. Like, I feel like a lot of people are in fact kind of sheltered from a lot of the individual goings-ons
we blocked that?
like politically.
Yeah, you didn't actually get a punish out of that. I guess he's supposed to get wall rising A, I'm not
Oh,
sure.
we messed up!
What was that supposed to be?
No, I have to remember who's who. Yeah, okay. So this is Ben doing this.
Can all characters escape the 236KK by keying forward, or is that only specific ones?
I don't believe so, but it also depends on what combo you're talking about, because I believe it's a true combo in some contexts.
Oh, the last one was such an amount of damage. I wondered about it. The second hit was brutal.
Two bars to 2 bars, but only one. Okay, now both of them technically have. Okay.
A good conversion into the grab.
Ben's the only one that has the ability to get the double bar lethal hits here. Nice block! What a block!
The wall rising A's have been insane this set. It's like every one of them.
Oh, the delays!
Getting the further tracking. Sozu with a red guard gauge. Nice
good
dodge.
attempt, but every time with that.
Nice side step. Does not because it's in the air, so he doesn't get anything. Alright, what are you gonna do with it?
Kill him.
Just kill him.
Short and sweet.
Oh, wow, what a bold attempt. I guess it gets him out of the BBB.
I wonder how effective AA is at getting Yoshi out of Yoshi stance pressure. Wow, that's actually why am I surprised?
I thought it would. I really thought the third hit would fail to connect and they would just fall. That was rough.
Okay. Do we go with a rematch or is he switching stages?
I think we want a new stage.
I mean, would you? I really don't like the half walls.
I mean, it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of irrelevant considering we're talking about the same character.
I mean, but that becomes like a personal thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I just get eliminated by those half walls, and the corners always manage to be the reason that I don't ring somebody out.
It certainly worked better for Ben than it worked for Sozu, at least in that round. This is the stage that we saw Sozu win on before. Is that enough? Nope. Boy, Yoshi with no meter is such a drastically different game than Yoshi with meter.
Especially whenever neither one of them have anything, so the punishes are just both times lackluster. Oh man.
Okay, the 2-2B is available now, so we immediately go away from the ring edge. It makes sense. And Sozu just eating more of that guard gauge. Yeah, and then we're just like getting mashed out there. I think the reason why the mash on like the 2A into the wall rising A ended up functioning correctly is because of the guard gauge pressure. All those little tiny details kind of keeping Sozu at bay, even if you can't necessarily see it. Dude, less than 1.5 rounds and he's got a guard crush. That means he could get another one.
Especially if he keeps doing moves like that.
I guess he's not really going to need it if he gets something like this, though.
Says yes. There even goes going for that 1B, or I'm sorry, the BBB.
Speaking again, Ben can get BBB and 2-2A. So gonna say for double R lethal hits, you don't have that anymore though. This is the first soul charge we've seen so far. So.
Oh,
Well, I guess that's it.
or not.
Nope. Very close. It decides to immediately leave. Sozu trying so hard, trying to mix up with highs and lows. Sozu looks
Okay, at
desperate as
least the
hell right
force
now.
is grounded, so that will help a little bit, but it's clearly a mirror that Ben is familiar with. Oh, no punish on the
Fantastic.
4B even.
Boy, that was all Ben right there. That was crazy.
Show respect.
And yeah, that's like, thinking about it, that's probably like, these are probably like the two matchups that like BenWithVees has had probably like the most practice in over his career, is like the Yoshi mirror and the Azwel matchup.
Oh, what a thing to have. Because the Yoshi mirror is, as you saw, like a whole lot of checks. It's so many. And I feel like that would become like mentally exhausting after a amount of time. Especially considering how often his checks are like the 3A, which is just a disgusting step catch. Or movement option, or, you know, thought catch, basically.
Charlie and Grolix and Slytiger and Johao fighting it off stream. The lower side. I need to turn off a server.
Doesn't Johao also play Amy?
Johao is a maxi player.
Oh yeah, well, that's
Easily
not the
one
same
of the
at all.
weirdest players I have ever dealt with. His understandings of timings. I will present a situation to him when I run into him in ranked. And I'm like, hey, you have what everybody does here. You either have options A, B, or C. And I'm curious to see which one you're going to pick to see if I can, you know, I'll
Exploit that.
remember that and then try to like use that information later on. So which option are you going to go with, A, B, or C? And Johao metaphorically responds with, I'm going to go with Falcon Crest. And I'm like, what? That's not an appropriate answer. And by the time I'm too busy being stupefied, I die.
Maxi is it's especially a potent character pick for that, because he has many of the like option X per se. They're just like, oh yeah, this move, I just have it now, or I have it because I moved this weird stance over, and it is not a great move on like actual frames, but as it's been established many times over, this is not really just a frame data game, because of the mental frame behind so many of the moves, and the movement can be really oppressive, and create setups which are normally dealable like in a vacuum per se, or can be seen and handled, or even on case-to-case basis, but when applied continuously in battle can be exhausting.
All right. Last match of winners semis: RonTheTryhard versus Juice.
Juice, the dark horse that we've been seeing so far this stream. We've seen a lot of him already. I think like every single one of his matches has been on stream. This will be the first time we're seeing Ron. Has Ron been going Yoshi this whole time or no?
I thought we saw Ron.
We haven't seen Ron so far today, have we?
No, I don't think, not tonight.
Oh, no, I was just talking at him about the Yoshi. So I assumed he was there.
Talking at him, huh?
Yeah, I can't really talk to him because he's on chat, just flying by on occasion. So I can talk at the concept of Ron.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Oh, I love water.
I'm back and forth about it.
I do think it is an underappreciated marvel. But I do not drink it that often.
Did Ron mention who he's been playing today? Or is he keeping it a secret?
I think he denied playing Yoshi in chat.
I see I've been allowed to confirm, as I'm going through chat, as we're waiting for the next match, I'm allowed to confirm or allow or deny a chat from Less Than Lee. We're gonna go ahead and deny the hell out of that.
Oh, I wasn't even... I missed that for some reason.
And you know what? Now that I see that moderator note, I think that you're okay with that, Chunk.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Zos. Zos versus Siegfried, I have no idea what this matchup is like.
Big men swing big, multi-hurt. There you go.
A history of conflict repeats itself at this old seakeep.
I know I stunned you with my expert analysis, but really that's the gist of it.
I wonder how much Basehold ends up interacting in a matchup like this.
I feel like Chief Hold will end up being more overall useful because of the presence of Wall Rising B or 3B to use the protect crouches against the horizontals, and then the raw switch into it. The problem, as Juice is running into pretty quickly, is that Ron's ability to punish those gaps that Siegfried leaves that other characters can't is big. Oh, he could have killed him there. That was the end of that.
What was it? Was it 6KK? Was it 6AA? I'm not sure. He didn't use any wall hits. So yeah, I think he just assumed that it was going to ring out. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they were taking so.
Ron clearly pissed off.
I never understand why Ron uses the wall rising A. I feel like it functions as the similar like launcher or relaunch of a different one.
Yeah, it's definitely a question for him. My understanding of Zos is frankly very limited. I do have an S rank Zos though, so isn't that interesting?
I mean, I feel like ranked is not real for a lot of guys because you can get by as it's been shown with like a couple of individual moves for a lot of people.
In fact, you can exactly do that. It's true.
Especially with someone like Zasalamel who has his disgusting 3A.
Well, frankly, you can do that with every character in the game.
True, but I mean, yeah, I feel like I could not personally go through S rank just doing like launcher versus grab mix-ups all the time, and that's like the base way to play everybody. Oh, good 4K lethal hit from Ron into the soul charge.
Oh, yeah? No. He was trying to spend bar trying to get himself out of the situation, and he does. Oh, trying to hit the side step, not so much. Maybe he hit the side step the other way. Well, he has a 2-bar advantage for the last round, so it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, I guess it's say. Oh boy. This is what happens when you don't have any meter against Zasalamel.
Right there was exactly what I was wondering, why he would do that instead of doing the oh gosh, I just completely forgot. The 668 plus B. I mean, either way he won, so it just doesn't really matter, but I've always been curious about that.
Well, he's in the chat, you can ask him. I don't know if he's listening right now. But after the match.
He usually is.
I don't know how people do that. Where they listen to the match, like, as they're playing the match. Not to mention the fact that it's, like, on a delay.
Yeah,
I know why he wants to, is because I tend to give advice in between matches to people, and he wants to make sure that he can hear my expert commentary and have it sway the match. Well, it's not going to happen this time, Ron. You ain't getting shit. You're not getting anything from me.
Welcome to the stage of history.
You can stop messaging me saying, please, please tell me how to play this character. I'm not going to do it anymore.
That reminds me of a pseudo-ska song I know.
Pseudo-ska is the name of a Pokemon, isn't it?
Is it? It sounds like a Pokemon now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's got like a trombone mouth and a trumpet head.
Trumpet head, you mean a bell? Like, what would be the difference in that?
Trombone's larger.
Yeah, but like literally a trumpet on as the head? That would be pretty wild looking.
Yeah, Pokemon are typically very straightforward and don't look crazy at all, I guess.
Oh, retract. And there goes so much of your life.
He still has Dark Legacy. Really, all he... Oh. Every time I talk about Dark Legacy... Okay, fantastic punish. Fantastic step duck into punish.
A nice tool that I don't think is used too much because it just doesn't feel like the reward is worth it.
Swear to God, I don't think I've seen Juice be wrong about a flapjack this entire tournament so far. The step duck ends up failing. Now he's got double curse. Gets the right GI though.
Good learn. Oh, he tried too quickly, I think.
Wow, that at the time? Was that counter hit? I missed it.
I don't think so.
It was not counter hit, okay. And he's at 7. He could get double bubble this game.
That gum?
Well, I was in like getting a Dark Legacy bubble and then a second Dark Legacy bubble.
Oh no. Hubba bubba. No, that gum. Double bubble. That gum.
Sure, yeah. I'm old enough to remember that stuff. Sure.
To remember gum? God, I hope so. Oh, the curse is burnt.
Oh,
and why, Juice?
He didn't realize. I don't think he realized that he had 3 curses on him, so he couldn't move.
Oh,
But
good for him for not giving up, though. That was a really excellent tech, because that probably would have been damn near it.
It's always best not to give up, especially with Siegfried, who's based entirely around something like this. Oh, you didn't want to do like a C? Oh, you couldn't have C'd there? Oh,
I
man.
think he could have wrung him out with like an ABA. Not ABA. Or, yeah, I figured he could have got him out with the ABA from that side.
Really feel like that combo should have been different. I think he could have gotten his stacks. I think he could have gotten a lot of stuff. Okay, there you go. Man, if only that was there for the end of the last round.
He's pretty much going to force Ron into using meter.
Does mean he has double bubble now. Does he decide to spend it right now? No, okay. Good block. Trying to get that counter hit for a reverse ring out. Oh, Juice, did you end up getting too greedy here and not spending your double bubble? Okay, you didn't.
He said, I don't
have
need it yet.
When are you gonna
Good
activate
patience, really, because I feel like the temptation would be strong. Good block, bad punish.
Trying to make this work. Oh, boy.
Another lethal hit. His spacing on that has just been immaculate.
Yeah, it's a perfect for an AGA range type thing, and I appreciate the fact that he's trying to take advantage of the fact of his meter advantage. Oh, the tech crouch. He gets the block. He gets the second block. Executed. Oh, the step that gets caught.
Good punish. Oh, he thought it would change.
Juice, my man, you had double bubble for 2 full rounds and you never used Dark Legacy, not a one time, and that is crazy.
But yeah, and he probably could have. I think the best function of it would have been probably the full crouch 3K punishes he'd been getting so successfully.
I mean, hell, even just having a bubble when you're in blue life, pretty solid. So, I don't know. Tell you what, I'll head off of commentary for now and I'll talk to Juice about it and I'll report back. How about that?
Sounds like a good plan. Thanks for helping out, Jack.
Thanks for having me. Pretty, yeah, the match is getting all the way to winners finals pretty quickly, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it's like past midnight by the time this happens.
Yeah, it's slightly smaller bracket today, and I didn't have a giant Parsec issues like I have been, which is kind of nice. Which I still need to actually solve the problem for, but that's I have to do research.
Kind of swingy matches too, like even if they were close matches, there's a lot of 2-0s I felt so far.
I'll do some of that research for you, and I'll report back, Chunk. Bye bye, everybody.
Godspeed.
Cool. All right. Well, we're still out here, giving a little bit of time, waiting for some of my lure side matches to finish. Charlie and Grolix are still duking it out. Meanwhile, Johao took it over Slytiger, and so now he has to fight SouzouLion to try and make it back into the winner's semifinal. And while we're waiting on that, everyone should remember to use the Matcherino codes. If you haven't already, there are 15 codes remaining. If you have not used them, go !Matcherino brings it up in the chat. Easy to follow the link, create or sign into your account. Click the blue game code and adds free 25 cents into the prize pool. It's free. It's easy to do. Big shouts.
Get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying big
into $40.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do it very easily. Big shouts out RotoLover for putting $5 in the Matcherino. Thank you so much. Again, big shouts out to Evil Booho for putting 25 way back at the beginning. Appreciate that very, very much. But yeah.
I think I'm gonna match that. Let me see if I got this hooked up.
Yeah, go for it. I think I talked about it earlier. Evo Japan is happening this weekend. The main where okay, let me go to this. Where did I put the slide for it? I think it's earlier. Hold on. There it is. So all the main events, the one-on-one being sort of more regular brackets for Evo Japan. So Grand Blue Fantasy versus Guilty Gear Strive, King of Fighters 15, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8 all have regular brackets. But then they're also hosting 2 special events for Street Fighter Third Strike. Will be 5-on-5 team battles, as well as for Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, which I definitely want to. Okay, so I thought someone was getting blurped out literally outside my window. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo for 5v5. I am interested to watch that because, like, the more and more I learn about Virtua Fighter, the more and more I learn that it is an absolutely disgusting, fucked up game. And no one plays it quite like the extremely old school Japanese players do. And man, like, the default round timer for that game is 45 seconds, and honestly, it's too long. Like, the game, I've seen matches like multiple times in a row end in like 15 seconds. Like, I have seen a bracket bout end within like a minute.
And this is a bout that is like you mean through ring outs or like through like continuous? Like,
I mean, well, both. I mean, the game is this 3D fighter that has ring outs that are really easy to get in some situations because you can get run out for blocking. The moves that push back and they'll push you. Yeah, so you can block and get rung out. Unlike SoulCalibur, which if you block, as long as you don't get like hit and you actually block the move, you don't do that. But also just like the combo scaling for a lot of the characters is just ridiculous. And it's, if you know if you know the optimal combo routing for like your characters, you can just do like 2/3 damage in a bar off of like a pretty, I guess not easy confirm, but like pretty simple confirm. Yeah, the game is insane. It is really cool and it is actually kind of really fun to play, but it is also like really punishing if you do not understand what you're doing. Yeah, but the whole point I was also talking about Evo Japan is SoulCalibur 6 is actually a side tournament event over at Evo Japan. Pistol Maru and our own Chapter 47 are over there, and they're going to be helping run things. I haven't heard any information on whether or not there's actually going to be a stream for the event. If there is one, I'll try and let people know as soon as possible. But at the moment, I currently don't know what's going on. If anyone else knows more than what I do, so it might sort of be. So isn't FC6 first to one at Evo Japan? It was last year, because they tend to do that because, I mean, like, the Japanese are a little bit more casual about it, and like they just want to kind of out and play the game, so they don't mind playing first to one. With Chapter being there and Pistol Mar running it, I'm assuming they're going to run an actual like first to two normal bracket or double elimination. We'll sort of see how it goes. But again, I don't really know because I don't know what resources they're working with and what time constraints they have, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if there's any information on Evo Japan, I will let everyone know as soon as I can. But yeah, so that's happening this weekend. Later this month, Combo Breaker is happening, and SoulCalibur 6 will be a side event at Combo Breaker as well. Boom and SabinDeus are going to be helping run the bracket for that. So if you are going to be over at Combo Breaker, I highly recommend trying to get in on that SoulCalibur tournament because it's going to be fun.
And you just have to have a regular spectator one for that, correct?
Yeah, because it's a side tournament, so you don't need anything fancy. Which is actually just the same as Evo Las Vegas. We haven't confirmed yet. We're actually still waiting on that. They're kind of taking their sweet time, but we're hoping we're getting a side tournament status for SoulCalibur 6 as we are able to do. But still waiting on the information. Once I know for sure, but I'm decently confident. I'm already planning on going, so I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna run something SoulCalibur. If I have to do it in my hotel room, fuck it, I'll do it there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so that's gonna be happening. Other events, yeah, VS fighting over in England will be happening. Darkwave Zero and Valhalla are going to help run that. SoulCalibur 6 and SoulCalibur 2 going to be running brackets. Beast in the East happening, I believe, shortly after that over in Hampton, Virginia. I forget. Somewhere in one of the cities in Virginia. I forget the exact one. August 2nd through 22nd through 24th. SoulCalibur 2 is actually going to be the main game, and SoulCalibur 6 is going to be a side tournament, but they are running both of the games there. So if you're interested, you can definitely go check that out. I recommend going to that event. It's a really cool event run by really cool people. It's a great way to make some friends and get some good memories and get some good games in. That's all that comes top of my head
I
for
wish
now.
there were more events in Texas. I feel like I missed Texas Showdown, and then just wait till the next one.
Yeah, running events is extremely difficult and extremely expensive, and it's only getting worse. I mean, we unfortunately just lost East Coast Throwdown. I was really sad to hear about that. But I mean, it's really hard to do. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever tried to host like a D&D event, even it's like that, but like 20 times more annoying and expensive.
Yeah, it's like a D&D event, but you have to have $200,000 minimum just to run it.
Oh my, for real?
And that's on the cheap end.
Oh, I've been thinking to myself that I wanted to try and get like a more local started, do some grassroots to get it off the ground, because too often I think that like our disconnection is like artificial per se. Like people don't know anyone around them who does what they do that they think, and because everybody thinks that, then nobody goes out and like does anything, so there's no community to be had.
if you're talking more like a local and not like a big major event, locals can be a lot cheaper to start running. You can if you have a place that can host people, you can literally just run a local out of your house and it works fine. At that point, again, it kind of comes down to there's more logistics and things like that, and so we're comfortable. But yeah, there's a lot more sort of circumstantial things to starting and creating a local. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot go into it. But anyway, we're not local. These are players playing from at least 3,000 miles apart, but we're on Parsec, so this is gonna be a mirror match to start. I
always think of this as a local. It's like a community local.
I mean, we are definitely a community because we are stuck with each other whether you like it or not.
No punish on the kangaroo kick. Oh, the repeat kangaroo kick.
Oh, he's trying the fancy feast but getting the dry food. Oh, avoiding the puddle into the wall combo. This is gonna kill.
On the floor. Jeez.
Oh, bets. Shit.
Well,
I haven't even changed the stream title. Bro, why is no one... Bro, you're letting me slip. You're letting me slip.
If you're gonna slip in there, then feet again. Oh, good use of the med K. Oh, I like that. I like that cancel out of Dragonfly. Oh, he's dead for that. And now we're down to a little circle. Whereas these has been really grossly pushing forward. Ron's checks are just not good enough here. Like,
I think a lot of this is, again, this is a matchup that BenWithVees has played forever, and that's not going to be rearing out a lot of damage. But yeah, Ben is just extremely comfortable in this matchup. He knows a lot about it and has a lot of experience, versus Ron, I don't think, gets to play the matchup quite as often.
Maybe I told Ron not wrong. Maybe it truly is about sniffing glue rather than trying to do Adderall.
Oh, no, yeah, it's 100% correct. Oh, okay, he's been trying to be cheeky. Ben's gonna laugh back in his face. Oh, smart though. Ben a little bit slow on the zoning move, and Ron's just gonna come with a single A. Okay.
The single A's from Ron have been really like the main strength, I think, because of course the I-10 obviously, but that's less relevant whenever you both have one. But it really creates opportunities for him to reset neutral, whereas Ben has been trying to just hog wild some of these setups, as you've seen with the fancy feast combos. Like the repeated use of A slide D, which while it is an okay move, is definitely like you can see his comfort with the spacing.
No, it goes into med and avoids the little low. Wasn't quite ready for a punish for it though.
And he's out of here. Oh no! Oh, what a punish! What a block! Delicious. I thought for sure he was gonna GI back. Because I mean, the option was against like 6K.
So we get counter hit with the Brave Edge. And that's not quite. Oh wait, no, that's out.
Yeah,
That is out.
Dead. Yeah, he had both meters. Nope.
For some reason,
until I win.
My brain didn't register that was 2-2B. It registered someone else. I was like, oh, that's not gonna work. I was like, wait, no, that was 2-2B. He's 100% dead.
Yo!
He's gonna keep the mirror. Okay.
So if they were to do something about such a setup, I don't think it necessarily needs a whole lot. It just because it requires a full bar of meter for one. Oh, what a conversion! I put on the wall again. You think the? No, I think the 2-2B is just an insane move that he has, and a good repeat punish into the wall.
He's not ready for these wall conversions, or he's purposely trying not to break the wall.
I just figured he would have done a more obvious reset, like a more plus reset if that was the intent.
Ooh,
called out for it.
Gonna stuff the combat roll. Ben's gonna come back in with his own. They're gonna get away from the wall, don't want to deal with it. Tries to spin, he's gonna whiff under the meditation stance.
Good use of the... Oh, tasty. He's been doing really well with the 3A checks again. Like, initially I think they were being a detriment to him because they were being taken advantage of by Ben. But he has established the small neutral again to where Ben is having to like reach out. Good conversion. That's such a gross move, the 2B hold. Good step. I did the forward teleport. One I don't feel like you see too often.
Oh, he's gonna catch a sidestep.
If he's dead about it?
Yeah, he should be dead. Oh, not quite. That scaled a lot.
Oh, good single B though.
Yeah, whiff with the wall rising. Be unfortunate.
I really like the sword that both of them are using. Two good options from them. Man, he has just been pressuring that block with that med B hold.
Oop.
And I think one of the more critical aspects of this matchup is the use of 6A plus B, because the Dragonfly or meditation stance keeps you just out of risk of his 2-2B.
One's gonna splat.
Ooh, reverse. He said, "Get out of here." Yep.
Jump straight into Dragonfly. That was a big brain. That was some big brain.
You gotta, into the fence. Come on, Ron, you gotta bet it all. Don't be afraid. Good GI. The med B holds so good. Oh, he's out of here on that one. What a good recovery about it. Tempo, adjustment. Because he just went in with that, that sudden 6-6A was just critical to him. Oh, no suicide combo about it. Good for him, I guess. I did not know you could GI that on hit.
Oops, I did have it back. I did have backwards.
Wow, Ron has really slowed this down. Like, he has just forced Ben into a sieve almost. Like, you can do this, you may do this, and I'm going to do this to punish you regardless.
So I had the names backwards. Green is Ron.
Good block. Oh, well, that is what my whole analysis.
Turning off some of these Parsec servers. Oh, he's going for the B. Okay, gets the punish.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. I thought he would go for the... Good for him not going for the wall, but I kind of almost wish he had, because then he could just break it. Seemed to be punished excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why both of them kind of wouldn't want to break the wall, because it's, yeah, just having to deal with the 2-2B from, like, literally either character is just so annoying, because it just limits your gameplay into, like, so few options.
Exactly. It forces you into trying to sit in stance or to just continue to step around each other the whole match. And that's that.
Ben's gonna get that counter hit, confirm, and take that round. Both of them sitting on a lot of meter. Oh, there we go. Tries for the immediate lethal hit. Ron's not gonna fall for it. He's gonna spend his meter to try and keep his turn. Oh,
they have not even... I was gonna say, this is the first time we've seen them even try at the wall. They've just been pushing forward a bunch. Forward and up. Could use...
Oh, he drops the combo! Spends the meter of the Brave Edge. I'm trying to keep him... Okay, good duck on the A+B.
They have been... I don't think a single one of those has managed to land.
Brave Edge. Ben is just
at the wall.
so tight. Okay, yeah, good RI to save himself. Doesn't know how to deal with plus frames.
No, again, oh dang! Keep him at the wall. That 9K is so good.
This is gonna hurt. I'm not gonna. Oh, he tried for the read.
You never ever see that med be lethal hit. Good lord, that was fantastic. What a dodge.
The delay on that 6-A+B in flea stance, trying to catch something out from him. Trying to play a little bit more neutral down.
Yeah, Ron is really trying to control the space here. He is a little worried about it. Oh yeah, a lot worried about it. Sorry.
Yeah, now I 100% know that green is Ron. Oh, he's gonna get counter hit. This is gonna hurt. Oh, he's gonna eat the full crouch mix up.
Final mix.
And then ducks into the Dragonfly A. Oof.
Yeah, I too like Kingdom Hearts 2, man. It's okay.
Alright, and it looks like Ron's gonna go back and hit the character select. I think he doesn't want to play around with this map mirror anymore.
It's tiring. That's what it's just like I was saying, like he has tools that are like I feel like Yoshimitsu has tools that are both tiring to continuously use and tiring to like play against. And when you got to deal with both of them, that's just a marathon you got to be used to running.
Yeah. That's just oops. Yeah, but that is like especially like at the high levels of any competitive sport or video game, especially fighting games, like that's like half the battle you got to be ready to do is be able to match that mental stamina. He's gonna sidestep, get the palm, get him in one curse. 2K, he's gonna sidestep, get the 2-2B, but it doesn't have meter to convert into a big combo.
Oh, what a good the first confirm off of these is really going to be, I think, some of the major key.
And there is all the big punishes. That's going to be the other one. The 4K is going to be that is a move and a half. Yep.
It's dead. Oh,
not dead to the
Goes
OG.
next.
Good for Ben. He has seen this show before.
no, wrong punish.
No punish. Good for Ron.
Yeah, Ben almost able to bring that back. Ron kept it cool enough.
Yep.
Big lethal hit, going for the combo. Double curse.
Oh.
Interesting.
That's because he didn't go out.
Ben's gonna win that, but the B's gonna push far away. Doesn't really get much of a combo out of that. Oh, ducks on the full crouch 3K.
3 curses right away. Oh, it burns him. Keep that plus, I guess. Interesting choice, because then it was definitely minus.
He's gonna counter hit, doesn't get him on the wall though, but it's gonna get a back throw out of it.
Did he move, or was that a setup?
I can't tell. I think he just wanted to throw and got the back throw anyway.
That was, if that was a setup, that is another one of those that he does not really need, I think. Good punish.
Waited long enough to
Into the
confirm.
soul attack.
Alright, he just
Forces it out of him.
Yo, baits out the GI. Take the punish, get the 3AA counter hit. Goes for throwing Oki. Okay, confirmed he doesn't get hit. Goes for the combo. Does she kill? Oh, just barely doesn't. Air hit saved his life.
He's gonna die about this if he's not careful. Oh my god.
Oh, that hits the wall. Okay, he doesn't get a ring out.
He's dead. Oh, he didn't. I really thought he got the 4-6B off that. Good for Ben for that patience. Wow.
No, I think the 4-6B I think requires 2 curses to really work. Otherwise, I believe it's fake.
Ooh, here we go. Delicious A+B. Oh, I figured for sure he would go for the tech setup, but that was a really nice A+B conversion. It pulled him right into where he needed him.
Start again anew.
Maybe said you cannot get away from this.
Welcome to
Yeah,
the
BenWithVees is like, I want off this stage, and we're gonna get a little bit more of a neutral stage. Possibly, I think a little bit more what Ben is looking for. A little bit more easy ring outs and a little more, slightly more room to move.
And I feel like the wall combos are pretty consistent here. Like there's only a couple spots you have to really worry about it doing the whole like wall to ring out.
Ooh.
He's really messing with his tempo on these. Wow, good conversion.
Yeah, Ron just constantly hammering small options in his opponent's face, trying to keep them guessing on their toes. Ben's gonna find his tempo, he's gonna keep his offense going. Ron's having a hard time trying to figure out what to do. He gets the counter on the 3A. Oh, too far away to get the 2K. Tries it again.
2 missed punishes. And again, Parsec. Oh, the 2As from Ron are just quite nasty at controlling this specific space that Yoshi wants to be in.
Right, goes to the mid and the back turn mix-up to take that second round. He's one more round away from taking this winner's finals. Ben's struggling. Struggling to kind of find his offense.
What was the mirror about it? Was he just trying not to play Zas?
No, he just wanted to see how he could do in the mirror.
That's fair. I mean, and you do have the rounds to bet with it, per se.
He's gonna have to push him close to the ring edge. He's gonna get that spin. That's out. Meter well spent. Well used
And
also
now,
as well.
Now Ron only has the half bar.
Ooh, the knee kick.
Crouch.
Yeah, such a good move. Oh, okay, gets it B, but
Well, I take it back about that having not worked this whole set.
I don't think either of them wanted that interaction. Okay, it's gonna still get the full crouch 1K, 3K.
Nobody wants to get thrown up on.
Door knocker Brave Edge doesn't quite connect.
He really thought that he got it in time, I think.
Was it dead?
And he's got about it. Good for him.
Yeah, Ron trying to build up to get his guard broken so he can finish this out, but
Bar's ass though.
oh, and there's the lethal hit. Oh, but okay, he techs out the okay, that's fine. Gonna spend a bar meter immediately. Smart. Yeah, Ben's gonna send it back. He's gonna make Ron have to be very careful. Oh, he falls in the string.
Nobody ready for that one.
Oh, slightly late. It was almost. Yeah, he's got another. He's just gonna spin it immediately. He does not want his guard to break.
One he has to deal with.
Oh, he tried to.
Oh my goodness.
That's
what
unfortunate.
A conversion from Ron. Did he die? Okay, if he had a curse, that was literally it. Oh, wow. What a call out.
That is unfortunate that he did not want that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, man.
I hate to wonder if the held version instead of the jump version would have made it. Like the one where he just like jumps and keeps his like momentum the whole time.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think that was a little like
Read
a
my
little.
mind in chat.
Yeah, a little bit like the extra kind of I think like 3D 4D chess kind of going on. I think he kind of overthought it. And yeah, Ron just kind of didn't play into it. That or he had a misinput or something amazing, but that was a really good move from Ben. It just didn't quite work out, and then Ron was able to capitalize and take it back. So yeah, good work from Ron.
And yes, while definitely getting the free bar is a huge comeback mechanic, I feel like it is less that than in other ones. Like in Guilty Gear, I feel like if they just gave you a, like, I don't know, let's say they replaced your burst, or they gave you like a half burst bar, or even half a Roman cancel bar of 1, like that literally can just kill a character. Like that could just be the difference in it being, the match being 20 seconds versus being 5. Because that's a single mix up into a wall for just Guilty Gear, for instance.
Well, yeah, but Guilty Gear is disgusting.
Of course it is, but I don't know. There's not many other games I think there's much like comparison for how this one uses meter.
No, it's no. There's. Yeah, I mean, there's no other. There wasn't a game. I mean, none of the other 3D fighters even had meter until after SoulCalibur.
Which 5, I don't know. 5, I think utilized it pretty well the best. Maybe not as cleanly as it could have been in some specific cases, but the Brave Edges was a perfect inclusion.
I've heard it's been kind of cool. I think I like the idea. I've heard it also like, you talked to it, just like it kind of like some people made the gameplay more boring because it's just gameplay just completely revolve around that, and like that was the only thing to do was just use the Brave Edges, and so there's not much like a little less kind of thought and creativity with the meter. It's just like, nope, I got this, and then I do this, and then that's it.
And yeah, definitely it had a big homogenizing effect on some characters' combo trees, to the point they had to straight up nerf them to just make you use other ones.
Yeah, sort of from that. But I guess it depends on playstyle, because like if you like a game that's a little bit more simple, then yeah, that would kind of make more sense. But it just kind of comes down to preference, I guess.
Yeah, do we call 5 simple, considering the whole, just guard, clean hit nonsense that one had? Like, I don't know that. Yeah, I guess in the sense that like you had to really commit to things like stepping, and crouching was often just death if you were wrong. So simple mix-ups, yeah, but that game just felt like every time I thought I understood the like layer of how you were supposed to do offense, it would be something like, oh no, now don't forget about things like Ivy having the 1.5 bar guaranteed critical edge type thing.
Now, the noble wolf.
Foul demon, perish!
Was that? Oh, I really thought for a moment I saw Astroth. I just saw Tall Man.
Yeah, not quite.
I was like, ooh. Oh, what a step from Sozo on that.
The block.
Good punish.
Now again, she blocked. Oh, there you. Okay, 4KB, you take that, but yeah, it's like you.
Is that the best meterless punish, you think?
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, you could probably go into the 3B mix-up, but okay, yeah, there's the wall ring, the Brave Edge punish.
Of course. Oh, almost the second best metered punish.
Yeah, because I think you get more damage from 4KB versus like 3BB just leads into a mix-up, so depends on what you want. Knocks her out of the air using the A slide B. And she's weaponless, not really much you could do about it. Ooh, tech crouch.
Good tech crouch.
Why is he backwards? Okay,
I was a little shocked by that Axlo, to be honest. I thought the enforcement, the Sozo's blocking of it would mean the second level of enforcement would have to come in.
Nah, she wanted the wall combo.
I mean, yeah, but never mind. I cannot begrudge somebody for wanting it. It's too fun. Oh, the spear has been doing really well here. The axe is like good for the damage and the punishment, but the spear's defensive capability against Yoshi are nice.
Trying to whip punish too early, gets caught by that 3A. Oh, try to roll, but not going to get it. Soul's gonna be careful. Good sidestep, gets into the wall combo, is gonna soul charge for the mix-up. Is kind of going around in weird directions, and there's the break. Yeah, wrong angle to get that.
Good attempt.
Kill her,
That's all
kill her.
that-
Oh, okay.
That's all I want. So,
Yeah, Sozo just needs to like realize only these axe lows that aren't engaging. That like as soon as you see that doesn't go in the attack animation, you just gotta go kill. Interrupt with the wall rising brave edge. 4-4B and the Oki ducks in the 3BB, trying to get towards the wall, doesn't quite hit. It's gonna roll out of it.
these 1Ks have just not been working for Sozo. Like I get that it's like a less committal move that can be rolled around, but that I think has been some of the problem.
Brain stopped working at the end of that round. I don't blame her. Okay, yeah. No one punch on that.
Ooh.
Okay, smart use of meter.
Here.
There's the 8 plus K. Okay, good block. Nice.
Again, yep. The setups are known. You got to go for a little more creative ones on that, or really could probably start getting the Axe 3B lethal hit, which is what I was like. That would be good to see because then we would have like a real mix-up.
Oh, not fast enough to be able to do that. Kill.
Nope.
Yes. Okay, there. We take that. Yeah.
Dang, that does a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, soul charge, low health.
It just doesn't look like that last 3B should do as much like shredding health, but there's a not scaled that well. You die about it.
Yeah.
Overall, not bad though. I think really the main thing that Charlie is suffering from is over desire to have the Axlo connect. Other than that, like the consistent wall pressure and the other launchers that she was able to get through full crouch 3B, as long as she doesn't commit to the string every time, it was just been really excellent. Like keeping the pressure on Yoshi, like matching damage hit for hit is really important.
I mean, Azwel can kind of do that to some extent, but a lot of it is it's hard. As Yoshi is extremely faster and has a much better mix-up potential. And so a lot of what Charlie does is just trying to keep Yoshi away to kind of get her out. Because like as soon as he's in, like again, yeah, you spend that axe low and all of a sudden you're weaponless. Like Yoshi can just do whatever, and you do not want to be in that situation. Okay. Good block, it's a punish.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there we go.
Really good forward art. And back into there we go. There's the attempt at enforcement into it. The use of these tools is really critical because Sozo is trying to statue block so much of it so that they can just keep. That is never wall hit. I don't even think about it as being a real wall hit.
Yeah, and Charlie panicking a little bit in these situations where Yoshi's SouzouLion's just sitting there and be like, "What are you gonna do? Like you're not in Nax, you can't hit me on the wall. What are you gonna do?" And so she's gotta be a little bit more careful in some of these situations, not just kind of throw the round by just random spear arting.
Now we're starting to see the step catching tools that Shield is kind of known for. It's like, what are you doing? You get out of here, and then keep the weapons. Oh,
okay.
Good for Sozo.
This could work out real easy. Now lots more ring out potential. That's good block and punish. Yeah, she's got to really
the 1K.
Go kill. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Yeah, run in. Yeah, go in. Now she's gonna have to soul charge to get out of the pressure. Good block. Wall rising punish. Ooh, okay, block on the Oki.
Excellent punish on that. And then the disco kicks happening. Keeping it out. A good grab, I think. Oh.
Dude. Good RE. Nice RI back.
I thought personally it would be 6K, but yeah, that's the nastiest part. Like back to the wall against Yoshi. Ugh.
There we go. Yeah, put it on the aggressive. Like make her have to panic. Make her have to think fast. Oh, the 3BB. Just random swords on Oki. Oh my gosh.
And there we go. The enforcement has finally started to happen.
There we go.
Not enough.
Oh, that was a weird flip there. Killer.
I thought that would have been cool if that worked. Okay, second one into the low, maybe? Yes, yes, excellent. Good turnaround. But
yeah,
again, 2 bars. Rough.
Oh, okay, gets the 4KB punish. Nice. Okay, definitely not the input he wanted.
But it's a good like conversion out of it though. While raising there punished. And pushed away first half of the bar.
Ooh, he interrupts Charlie out of that. He tries to challenge. Bad idea there. Okay, he tries to RE.
The first one of those that's not just straight whiff. Being the 1K. Second bar, threatened by this. Oh, come. The I-10s are too strong from Yoshi this one.
Yeah, good timing on that. I mean, that was kind of pretty decent move, sort of the selection there, kind of from Charlie, trying to like again take the turn back and just make the hard read. But Sozo played it smart. There's like, you have an I-10A, I have an I-10A. Like, I don't care that you're in Soul Charge, that you're in All Might, you can do whatever. It's like, I have an I-10A. Like any button you want to press, I can just check if I get close enough.
And what really is the like, and say Charlie crouches, like what really is going to be the big punish off of a whiffed neutral A? You're just going to get another wall crouching 3B. Like, okay, that's not really the amount of damage that you want to try and match for something like this.
Well, I think in Soul Charge,
I think
you can do just this. It's one of the weapon art combos. I don't think she can do the ultimate CE in that situation, but yeah, no, Souzo showing a lot of really good smarts. He's definitely learned that matchup very well, and Charlie's kind of struggling with it last week and is starting to struggle with it this week.
So I don't know. I can't point too much in the kit specifically that like. I don't know. I can't point to like specific tools that'd be like, oh, maybe this would have helped more, maybe this one, but like, because yeah, I guess it more of is a question of taking advantage of where Yoshi has like given the breathing spots, you know, the breath marks per se, to go back to the music we were talking about on the page of Yoshi's pressure. And for someone like Azwel, often getting that breath mark means you literally can only get a weapon. And that is a lot to tell somebody.
There are still 14 codes in the Matcherino chat. Please use them.
I do like that I managed to bait at least one code into being used. We just need to get the rest of them. Come on, 14 is $2. It's not even that much effort, y'all.
Alright, here we go. This is the loser's final. The run back for SouzouLion. And another.
I wish one of them would have picked the purple, like, thing at all. And they specifically like, nah, y'all just keep it looking at this.
No. For me, the flags definitely help. It's kind of the big one. Yeah. But
I didn't think about the flags, but yeah, I can see it being.
Okay, good punish on the wall rising K. Good sidestep.
Oh wow.
You can't take out the Oki fast enough.
Oh, that's that upside down Oki. Oh, baby. No. Oh yeah. I mean, you almost want to. I was gonna say you almost want to try and suicide if at that point if you're Souzo, because that one was being checked out.
Avoiding the puddle, jumping the two-way. Go another foot of the puddle back, gonna stuff the 6 Iblis B. Alright, good sidestep.
Oh, no punish though.
Yeah, a little bit of a limp one. Okay, breaks the throw.
MVP of this set has just been the med B hold, I swear. No bait taken on the stand up into unblockable.
Oh, the sidestep on the 3B. I guess the rainbow drop.
Good rift assessment too. It definitely. Oh wait. Good block. Is he?
No wall break.
He believed in it. Oh,
tragedy.
Wow, it definitely looked like it was going to even.
Absolute tragedy that wall break didn't happen for SouzouLion. Oh, they trade on that.
What a good punish. Yeah, I was gonna say a good trade punish, like, because that probably left them pretty equally frame-wise.
I wonder if Ben knew that was gonna happen. BBB, yeah, small punish, but we take it.
It's AAA instead. He's just gonna, because all he has to do is keep checking. Single, 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 single. Oh, yikes. Alright, so if you were Sozo, where do you go from here? From the guy that is so very comfortable with this matchup. Oh yeah.
Bingo. That's what I said. You go to character select and you pick Grøh.
That's a good point. I feel like from what we had seen earlier in the Grøh Yoshi is on the inverse point of this, right? Where
Sozo was fighting ViolinPhantom
and was just annihilating that matchup because so many of the flaws in not real flaws, but so many of the holes in Geralt's game plan become very obvious whenever you have somebody who can do high damage punishes at nearly every frame.
Yeah.
And granted, go ahead. No,
I was just saying, like it's like I said, it's just this is like the mirror is just something that Ben is insanely familiar with, and yeah. For those of you who don't know, I mean, like BenWithVees and Signia they're local. They've played each other for years because they're in the same local, so they know the matchup very well. See, there we go.
Can't switch that quickly because Sozo just ate that one up. Oh, good door knocker punish. Okay, so not completely forgetting about it. Had to just adjust some.
This is gonna hit the wall. Okay, not quite.
Back into the baiting for these GIs. I can't believe that picked up.
Almost ducked into that.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, I die about it. That is sad to see. Okay, perfect for perfect at least then. Ooh, I was gonna say, fishing out there with those. 2-2A is nice.
Yeah, long range, we were trying to catch the steps. Just gonna have the meters, gonna spend it, try and get this back. Immediately goes for the steed of the night. Oh man.
Oh, and the watch this. Oh no. So do you want to see some anime shit? Here it is.
Man,
SoulCalibur
just got nothing out of that soul charge. That was just, man, Ben is just smothering him right now. So like,
ooh. 1 second.
Alright, oh, there he goes, the 4-4 again. Oh, goes for the 1A, but it's gonna get blocked. BenWithVees is also ready for this. Just keeps going for the 4-4B, yeah, and that's gonna break the guard. Unfortunate. Alright, it goes 2-0 for Ben. SouzouLion's kind of struggling with this. Again, I think the row was a good pick. He had some signs of life, but Grøh's got to kind of calm himself down a little bit and sort of see the pacing where he needs to sort of adjust.
Okay. But where is the adjustment is my question. Like, oh wait, there we go.
It's Ben is, I mean, he's a very old school player, so a lot of what he's doing is just adjusting his tempo and timings to really confuse his opponent and not really and make it so like you don't really know when you're supposed to press or what you're supposed to do. I can confirm this because I've had to play him in bracket, and that's exactly how I felt. As I was like, I'm not doing anything except trying to place like A and B, and I keep getting counter hit and dying. And so it's trying to figure out the spots where you can do that, where he wants to do it, and sort of adjusting accordingly. And that is not easy to do.
As well as getting specific punishes off of like the AA Brave. Oh, it's gonna hit the wall. Oh my goodness. And at least not the second time. Good conversion into the max damage for that though. Pressure and no. Not out of here. No. Oh. No. 3B? Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can't.
What a bold attempt.
Yeah, can't try and do some of these knowledge checks on Ben because he knows them. He's just gonna be able to do them. Okay, yeah, you've got the meter. Yeah, run up and spend it, but then don't try and back off too much. Oh, okay, let him punish. That's the fake transition on block. Ben knows the string. Can't. Oh, he's gonna get caught by the A+B regardless, though. Nice 2-2-B.
Oh, that's kind of part of what we've been talking about, is like being able to punish specific strings, because while Ben has not been doing many strings, the one that he has do have holes in them specifically. And they must be exploited, otherwise Yoshi's just, oh, there we go. Good punish, good punish.
Oh, he gets the back throw. Wasn't the side throw? I can't remember. Oh, okay, there we go.
No, that was the back throw. Cyclone grab.
Jeez, the tempo just raw 3B. Oh, the back turn falls for the cheapies. So Grøh just coming with a truckload of damage. Good sidestep. Okay, no lethal hit this time. Interrupt to the door knocker. Going for the Brave Edge. Push, get the back against the wall. It's exactly where Ben wants him to be.
Oh, he's got GI in there. It is.
Oh no!
Oh,
the
no.
lethal hit. Dead?
And die about it.
Goodness!
He teched and reset the damage scaling. Oh, that was brutal. That was a lot of damage there at the end. I'm so sorry, Sozo.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Sozo was starting again. They're starting to show some signs of life, but again, like Ben's been playing this game for a long time. You can't kind of mess with him. You gotta. He's gonna keep you on your toes the whole time.
I wonder if it was also because they were on their face, so it was technically better. That was just a lot of damage there at the end. Like 60-something.
Welcome to the stage of history.
Yeah.
Retold.
All right. Well, good try for SouzouLion. He's going to sit out tonight in 3rd place, where Ben is going to advance back into grand finals to try and get his run back against RonTheTryhard, who put him into loser's bracket. And we are going to see exactly what's going on as we get this going. This is the last chance to use some of those Matcherino codes.
It is time.
And I'm actually going to remember to turn the bets on this time.
Grands. I feel like Ben is coming into it hot. I feel like they'll minimum reset. Because Ben has been absolutely on fire with these. Oh yeah, look at that, starting it off right with the stepping. Let's start doing that right. Stop Zasalamel 2K25.
Yeah. That is an extremely hard string to react to, especially online.
Goodness.
So it's one of those things where I think he's just kind of hard committing in this instant.
And risky if you do it wrong. Like, you will just straight up die.
Oh, gets the mix up. All right.
Blend about it.
Yeah, that's what Ben needs. He needs to just be able to find his way in and then just kind of keep the pressure up. Not easy against Ron.
Indeed, here I think the
good
one.
duck.
Oh, wow, good duck indeed. No punish, can't be. There we go. White, yellow guard gauge already.
Counter was gonna catch the roll. The wall rising B plus
Probably
K.
could have gone backwards there and would have avoided the 2A plus B. But then, of course, the tech catch would have got you.
Oh, the duck again!
And the delay on the 6BB, he is really trying to fish for these things. I'm like, I cannot die.
Good 2A stuff. Gets the block on the 2A! Or after the 2A, it's full court 3K. Jeez, nice Ron there.
Low blocks have been really on it for Ron. He's gonna have to start enforcing that mid punish or that mid mix up.
Good sidestep, but too far away for the 2-2B, and he's gonna get whiff punished for his troubles. That's unfortunate. Blocks the mix up in that instant. The nitty kick to catch the stab, gets a curse.
He's really trying to take away from this guard gauge that he's had weakening. He said, oh, I can't. If I stand here at all, Ben is just going to run me over, like straight up. Proactivity is the way. So.
Yeah, sometimes it can take wrong, sometimes a little bit of time to get going, but like once he finds his flow, it's just kind of just this non-stop like train of damage. Especially with Zasalamel.
In a way, they have very similar toolkits to a degree. But granted, the use of range is significantly different, as is the use of plus frame. But I feel like pretty common they want to put you in a mental blender that there is like active escape from, but that's what it is like active escape from there. It's like Taki almost. Like if you do not do anything to get out of their tools, they're just going to continue to hit you, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it because all of it is neutral and hit and requires stepping or crouching.
I mean, yeah, I would kind of just argue that's just fighting games. But, okay, 3BB, doesn't quite get a punch kick, not ready for it. Oh, gets the wall rising bees, converts into a ring out. There we go.
But, I don't know, but I feel like the main difference in Zash and Yoshi in this sense is the use of stance versus the back turned. Because...
More with the cane stop movement. Oh, gets the 6-6 and the second hit's not going to connect. Second A is going to hit, saves his life. Yo, a kangaroo kick!
What a kangaroo kick! Oh my god!
Just trying to fish for a wall combo. Oh, jumps, avoids the throw. Oh, Ducks guesses right on the A option. The sides. Oh, unfortunate. Did not want that input.
He hoped for that so badly.
He's been trying to break guard here. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, especially with the roll. He keeps going for the roll, worried about the tech trap, but then keeps dying for it.
He needs to go back, I think, because he keeps getting hit by the like tip range of it, and I think going back would kind of at least pull his face out of the way for some of it.
I have to double check. I think that combo still catches back roll.
For real? I knew it did it at some of the ranges, but I did not think it caught it on all characters at tip. Because if so, that is agony.
Throwing him in the blender, going to full crouch 1K. He's just staying on the ground since he goes to the way. Breaks the guard.
That should be it, right?
Huh?
There. Okay. We probably maybe could have run them out. Maybe didn't mean to do that.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a ring out, and that's just the max damage. Oh no, he's gonna catch that. Oh, block on the low.
Definitely a ring out.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, it works out.
Oh yeah. I wonder if he did that for the soul taking, because I know you heal, and steal. No, you steal a soul meter. It's Keelik that heals.
Yeah, if he didn't have a ring, if he couldn't have gotten the ring out there, it must have been a Parsec where he's just not feeling comfortable with the input. So let's whatever, we'll take that. Right, he's gonna spin the curse, goes to the 4-6B. Nitty kick, gets another one, catches with the duck on the brave edge. Ooh, good block. Ooh, whiffing another one and runs.
Just rolling this over. I hope I'm not just straight up like wrong about this. Oh
yeah, this is a lot of kind of like, as you've seen, like the damage trending going back. The problem is Zasalamel hits like a truck. Yoshimitsu hits like a slightly smaller truck.
And Yoshimitsu has to continue to have meter to keep a lot of his max punish threatenings up.
I mean, they've been keeping pretty consistent meter back and forth. It just Zasalamel needs to be right less, and it's really, really hard for Ben to kind of keep up with that damage race.
Okay.
Ben trying to go for the tech catch there. Yeah, trying to get the ring out with the wall raising me.
Wow, what a good wall raising B plus K. That was a really crazy space capturing option.
Yeah, he keeps catching Ben off guard and he keeps using it in the right places.
Oh yeah, they're set up for it. Maybe not though. The big buttons pressure from Ben is, I think, a really helpful aspect of it, because each time he has to block med, hold DK, he then immediately has to commit to like backing up and undoing a lot of the damage.
He's not quite feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Okay, he has to block, but gets sucked in. Going with the low again. Goes for the throw, breaks. Oh, steps too late. Oh, that's whiff punish.
Oh, what a punish.
That's
gonna hurt a lot too. Oh yeah. What's the mix-up? I think 3B hold.
Nope, we both died.
Yeah,
we both died.
Tasty 1K. The one that I've been ragging on the whole time too, but it's working for him. That 1K is good.
Good tag.
Oh, what a...
No, quite ready to punch the guy. Working on building that guard meter.
Wrong whenever he starts to miss like that. I don't feel like I've seen him do much GIing there at all, but he must have really messed with him.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, what a good combo too! And there's Whoa!
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was disgusting. And there's the grab to follow up. He said, I want another one.
Oh, he tries this. Oh, not get the conversion. Okay, gets full crouch 3K. So we sidestep.
Ron cannot get off of this wall.
Okay, yeah, he's got to spin the meter to try and get out of this situation. His guard is low. Oh, the RI. Oh, beats.
And die. What a good attempt at that one, though. That was a lot of force that had to get used by Ron there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was
really like scrambling.
I don't know if that was really what Ben wanted. Maybe a miss input or something. I can't quite tell, but yeah, using RE against a character in Soul Charge usually universally a bad idea. Almost blocks a string, not quite. Getting slowly poked out. Or goes for the big Hail Mary, no punish, so I don't know if Yoshi can easily. Focus combo. Was gonna hit the 3 beam into the wall, but can't convert into a full one. Oh, drops the input. Jai.
Oh, GI instead of stepping, interesting.
Had to spend the curses to stay safe. Didn't want that. Okay, this is gonna splat.
Low, yep. Hard to punish, I will say.
Oh, it gets it. Oh, is this gonna be it? That's it. Oh, not quite. Oh, geez.
Wow, what scaling.
Oh.
First time that wall rising B has not been successful, I think.
Ben still has not broken Zasalamel's guard. This is insane. He's trying with all his might. Okay.
I'm glad he hadn't up until this point. Now it's pretty much checkmated about it. Which would you like to get hit to?
No! That was what I was afraid of! I was just about to say!
Never mind. Lose the whole thing about it for the fourth wall rising B that just straight up connected. Good lord, Ron. What a read.
And he was ready for it. He tried to get the tempo and tried to get the step in, but like the timing just did not work. And Ron still got it.
Exactly that. We went fishing indeed. He stood there and he said, I think this will work, and I'm willing to bet it over and over again that it will. And if it doesn't, okay, I'll try it again.
Man, that is heartbreaking for Ben, because he was doing so well. He had everything going for him in that match, and just that one little unfortunate mishap. And like, kind of a Hail Mary for Ron, sort of, but then like that situation, like not really too much you can kind of do, I think, sort of in that situation where it's like, well, my health is low, he's got a lot, I kind of only got a couple things I can really kind of make this up, but oh man.
Well, and Zaz had kind of taken a lot of the 3A punish, like the ability to use 3A as a check from the repeated curses and then just staying just out of its range. So there where it would have been at least somewhat useful, it was just a lot, like, well, who would have thought about it? Who would have been using it at that point?
Man, yeah, it was unfortunate, but that gets you the win. So congratulations, RonTheTryhard, taking another first place win for this week 18 of SoulCalibur 6. We have the exact same top. Oh wait, no, not the exact same. Almost the same top 3 as last week. Infectious, unfortunately, not here this week. So kind of close and similar to it, but yeah, no, that was really, really well played. Ben was putting up a hell of a fight and was doing his best to keep up, but Ron is just such a hard player to keep up with.
Like, and yeah, exactly, because Ron is never, ever, ever going to miss out on that damage. Like, the conversions off of single individual hits are very well, like, muscle memoried, and the curses that Zaz has are just too much of a boon to let slip up. Like, you really can never slip against Ron, or suddenly you have just taken bukus of health and you're moved halfway across the map, and or just wrung out, like off of a single read like we saw.
Yeah, it's one of those, you get close to the ring edge, and it's kind of a sort of a catch situation for a little bit both. Is Yoshimitsu has the really good ring out from basically anywhere on the map, but Zasalamel's reverse ring out potential and his ability to control movement, especially sideways movement, which is what Yoshimitsu is looking for to get those 2-2-Bs, is just really, really threatening and kind of changes the game plan a lot. And it was really bad. It's also unfortunate for BenWithVees that like Zasalamel's guard just never really broke like the way he needed to, because he was doing such a good job of like keeping it so that it was always in like yellow or red and sort of trying to save it at the right moments, like really trying to do it, and it just like didn't quite work out.
Yoshimitsu not having any. I'm trying to think of one right now besides 6K that is a horizontal that breaks guard. Because that kind of is the big thing, is that like whenever Ron felt in danger, so that the stepping was able to happen more frequently, because then you can just continue to step G and worry about it a lot less because the guard is not going to get broken by it.
Yeah, it's
only 6K.
Yeah, it gets a little more scary, sort of things like that. You're opening yourself up a little bit more to full crouch 3K and the rest of the mix and 3As and whatnot. But it is. But anyways, so many ifs.
Yoshi full crouch 3A break?
I actually don't remember. I think the Brave Edge can, but
it should. Oh yeah, but the Brave Edge part is still a vertical, which is part of the problem that he kind of runs into, is that to confirm the guard break, he has to pretty much force you into standing still for a vertical.
Yeah,
and then of course his punish on it is incredible.
Yeah,
but that's also crouch 3B, another vertical.
Yeah, but that's also that's a pretty decent like kind of universal idea in SoulCalibur 6 is most guard break moves tend to be vertical, as that tends to be kind of the mix-up and counterplay when your guard gets low, is that, well, most of the guard break moves are vertical, so your goal is to step, but your component can start playing into that, and yada, yada, yada.
Exactly that, especially whenever he was trading microscopic amounts of life per trade with this Zasalamel. Is like, when would Zas ever need to not step to avoid your big setup? Because I mean, that would have led to a ring out, or that would have led to like an Oki setup that was just untenable. So I mean, that's the continuous. That's funny. I hope the 8A does in fact break. If so, that's beautiful. I know Yoshi's back turn 3 or jump B does, but that's the only one that I knew as a low that does.
No. All right. Well, that's gonna take it and be the end of this week's Wednesday night fights. Glad everyone could come out, and thank you all for donating to Matcherino. There are a couple codes remaining, I believe. So if you are still here and have not used your Matcherino code, please go right now to the Matcherino using the code !Matcherino, as Roto Lover's already brought up for me. Thank you very much. Go sign in or create an account real quick, and then click the blue claim code button. That adds a free 25 cents to the prize pool, which goes to those top 3 players. Costs you absolutely nothing. All you have to do is sign in and get a Matcherino account, which is like, it's free. It's like every other thing on the internet. Like, everyone already has your information anyway. It's not going to change anything. Big shouts out to Rotary Lover, Evil Buho, and Tiramitsu for donating money into the Matcherino out of their own pockets. Very much appreciated. Exactly. Thank you. So yeah, thank you so much.
Everybody knows, for full transparency's sake.
We're gonna current Matcherino pot sitting at 46.75. We could bring it up to about 47.25 if we use the rest of those codes, or 47.50. Using the rest of those codes. So if you can get them, I'm going to start closing out the Matcherino in a bit. Also, if my top 3 competitors can go ahead and put their register and sign in to the Matcherino, that'd be great, because Konmai's out here and I got to do it myself, and I don't remember everyone's thing as well as they do. So please, that'll be very helpful. Evo Japan is this weekend. Highly recommend watching any fighting games, because I think it's watching fighting games is dope, but I think it's also great to get a different perspective, especially out here in the West. I think a lot of us kind of forget, like, there's a very different approach to a lot of different fighting games that the Japanese sometimes have, and it can really be interesting to watch. My basic example was still the first time I think Umisho ended up going over to Evo Japan after like dominating the American scene with Happy Chaos, and then goes to Evo Japan and goes like 1 and 2 in bracket or something like that. Like, they just did not consider Happy Chaos a threat at all, and it's just so funny when all of America was like losing their minds about that character, and Japan's like, what do you mean this character sucks?
Yeah, but then Astaroth is like top 3.
Well, there's different things going on, but anyway, so that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you to everyone for coming out and playing. Thank you for watching, for doing the Metronome. Thank you to my commentators, Jay, for helping me out, and of course, A Little Anarchy. Thank you for coming out.
Absolutely, thanks for having me. Hope to join back again next week or some other.
Yeah, anytime. I will be out here again next week. Yes. Yeah.
My soul burns, so just let me know.
Yeah, and if anyone is still interested, again, this is I run this weekly every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I have work and I can't really run it any earlier. It is a free-to-enter tournament. We run it using Parsec, which is pretty easy. You don't need to have Steam or own the game on your computer. You just need a computer that's pretty decent specs, nothing too fancy. And then you can run the... Yeah, and you'll be able to sort of join the game with us. Connections may vary. Again, this is online. Like, Parsec doesn't fix anything. It just makes things a little bit more streamlined, a little bit easier, especially for me. And then for a lot of people, it's at least more consistent. So yeah, if you're interested in joining, just sign up and try it out. Costs you nothing. Might as well find out, especially if you want to learn. And if you are still learning, don't forget we have a bunch of resources. We have a bunch of... we have a wiki page on the supercombo.gg where you can find a bunch of frame data as well as some learning resources into all the individual characters. We also have the horseface.no frame data website that has all the frame data for every single character that the supercombo.gg wiki also pulls from. And you can also get the SoulCalibur phone app, both on the iPhone iStore. What is it called? Apple Store, as well as Google Play, and you can have all the SoulCalibur frame data you need pulled on your phone, also pulled from horseface.no. Big shouts out to Horseface over in Poland? No.
Bless Horseface. A true saint of the...
I'm so sorry, Horseface. I forget exactly where you hail from. I know you're Europe, but my bad.
That's
yeah,
where
exactly.
Horseface
Yeah, he's an angel. He's an angel from heaven. That's exactly right. All right. And yeah, that should be about it. All right, I'm gonna go raid ViolinPhantom because he's actually streaming right now, and I think he's hosting some lobbies. So if you want some more game time, you can go play with him and get your ass beat by him, and his friends. I think some of the AJ crew is all sort of sitting in there. So. Yeah, it should be about it. If you missed any of the matches or want to watch any of my previous streams, I upload everything to my YouTube. You can find me on Bigpapachunk there and rewatch anything at your viewing pleasure. I've been doing this for like 5 years, and I have like over 300 VODs up on my channel. And like, yeah, there's so much SoulCalibur that you can watch. A bunch of different players. So if you're definitely looking for some matches, definitely recommend going through that. I wonder at some point if I can get a project together, put like a compendium of like characters and which ones so you kind of know where to look for, but I don't know, something for a different time. But anyway, that's me for tonight. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful rest of your night and week. Stay safe, be kind to each other, play SoulCalibur, have fun, and bye-bye.
Luck. Godspeed.